Hello everybody and welcome to the show. Bass and Bonsai. Out of the house, back on the water. We're going to get out here real quick. I'm going to put you guys probably on the necky deal later on back there, but we're going to get out here and get some top water, possibly some swim baits. Nothing really new except for, if you're looking for a video of our new tackle box, I'll go through it and show you guys like what I put in there, how I fit everything. So technically all we need now is that one bigger box, and then we still have our igloo deal with our Z-Man soft plastics, but all the other stuff is in there. But let's see what we can do with some topwater fishing. Okay, we're going to try a couple different chatterbaits. That guy there, another one, more natural, if I can find the... And then we also got our pink guy rigged up. We'll throw him on a different rod. But I'm going to start with these three colors on a couple different rods with chatterbaits right when we venture out of top water. So I want to have them ready, rigged up, so they are more or less ready to go. And just start with those, and then we can jump back into this box anytime we need to. But for topwater, I think I'm going to throw this guy on the Tequila Baccarat. I'll keep this guy rigged up with the chatterbait, and I also think I need to get my backup bait out real quick. So we'll just use this guy for backup since he's already kind of ready to go. I'll try to show you guys that real quick. Hello, this guy right here we'll get out and utilize real quick for a backup bait that's ready to go. Looks like we got some abandonment issues over here with our somebody's boat. So yeah, that rod ready to go up at the front. Let's go. Let's just make a cast where we just came from. Just to see how feisty these little dudes are. Always be ready, sometimes right at the boat. Never know for sure. Hey bird, hey, filming here. You know better. Come on, get on that whopper plopper. We got gunk. A little bit of grass. That's actually a good sign. First time back this year. Let me get this boat. I forgot my little padding deal. Let me get this boat spun around. Let's make one more right in there. That looks like too good a spot there to pass up. Oh, I shouldn't have popped loose. It was a dink. Let's try him a little further out. Got him that time. I said it was a dink, but here a dink is a pretty good chunk. So there we go. First fish of the morning. Nice little representative of the species. Oh boy, that's the only bad thing, man. Sometimes I do hate how bad I get them with these the big whopper plopper hooks, but nice little chunk. Didn't know what he bit off a little more than he could chew. That's all right. That's all right. We'll allow it. All right, before the battery goes dead, get a little shot right here. Oh, there's gunk right there. Gosh dang it. All right, hang on. Let me throw my back up right here. Had a couple hits. A little fishy. Let's, I still think there's one right in there. Throw my backup bait. I might have to go with the lighter. This is just what I had on it before. I may have to go to a 16th ounce. It's kind of gunky in here. But we'll try it. Yeah, instantly feel it catching. So we'll probably... Catching isn't bad, but if I come up with gunk, that's a fish. If I come up with gunk and not fish, we'll need to switch. Let me back out of here. So this is our 803. So that is that the same dude I just caught? No, this dude's been caught though not too long ago. So somebody's down here fishing, but not me. See that gouge? That's definitely a hook, but we hooked ours in the belly too. About the same size fish, right out of the same spot. I thought he hit again that fast. I'm like, there ain't no way that dude's that hungry. Well, let's keep going. That little bit of tree right there's got them in this spot. That was a fit. That was a fish, I think. I pulled him off. Yeah, see what I mean? If I keep coming with gunk, I just lighten up until I feel like I'm just what I call tickling it or popping it across. Because I'm fishing, yeah, see. Probably need to go down. I'm gonna go one more cast out here. Because I want to be able to pop it off clean and have them hit it. If you can't do that in grass, you're too heavy. Go lighter until you can just pop it off. That's probably what I need to do there. But before I do that, we're just going to go back to the whopper plopper. Try to make, oh boy. Oh, there's just so much gunk in there. You can't see it all, but man, it's just all through there. I want to get a... I should have had a frog rigged up. All right, let's try just on the outskirts. And I got to switch batteries before I go any further. Battery's already dead and dying. Right at the boat. All right. Right at the boat. Close enough. Close enough. They're on it and the dam. Look at that dude. They're all the same size. They're these perfect little specimens of like pound and a quarter, pound and a half. Just little football beasts. Look at that. That's just a nice fat, look how wide that, like that fish would only be about a quarter pounder, but it's a chunk. Let's go. We are on it. Okay. Since that color worked, I've got another one just laying here. But this is a whole different rod, 10-pound test, but I'm going to rig this guy up. Because I like the idea of having that one with a little more weight to get further out, and if I get in some of this deeper water. So I've actually got the identical backup bait rigged up on two different rods, slightly different weights. So this one where we're right tight against that junk, I'll do that. There you can see my little swim bait deals there, but so that, oh, we're right over the spot. Let me use this out so you can see. They look identical, but this is an 802 and the other one's an 803. So right around this gunk, that 16th ounce just does not that didn't show it, but it just doesn't get as gunked. It just frees up the plastic a little more, lets it, I guess, in my opinion, look a little more natural. So I just wanted to have it rigged up. Now, right in here is where all of our fish have come from. I'm a little too close. The wind is always blowing me into those spots. So let's get turned back around and go back to top water. But we've got those two rigged up. A little, and let me put this one in front of it. Little 1-2 punch. But I just can't help myself. I gotta throw a chatterbait down through here just in case. We were missing something. Oh, that was a little too deep. So chatterbaits are the same thing. I got this one rigged up, a little heavier. So I can be basically grinding down low with it, and then I'm gonna rig up this other one as soon as I get rigged up here to kind of just do that erratic across the top stuff. So let me actually go ahead and get all this stuff going here. So we want to utilize this rod too today. I got to get some of these rods in the mix. So, just so we'll see how well it is on chatterbaits also. That sort of thing. I wanted to try our pink dude here. That works so well everywhere else. I just have him rigged up. Of course, he quit working. You got to be kidding me. He's a darting machine, but he doesn't. Wow. How did he lock up? Oh, the snap. The snap is caught inside of the blade. That must have happened from... Usually never happens during casting. It must have happened somehow in the box. There we go. There we go. All right, we'll just have it rigged up, ready to go. All right, let's right this ship, get turned back around. I'm just going to try one way out here. It doesn't hurt to try one just out and away from the bank, just to give you an idea of... Sometimes your top water will give you an idea of where they're staged. Because a lot of times if they're hitting it out here, top water, it means there's kind of staged down off the bottom out here. And they just are coming up to where when you come out, if you come back around the spots or fishing throughout the day, you may be wiser to stay out here. I don't even have my depth finder actually turned. Damn, I need to just go cover water fishing this bait. Our tequila baccarat is on it, and these are all the same size. Look at that. Every one of these are just NFL footballs, right? Just a fat football. This place is healthy. I haven't been here this first time in about a year, a little over maybe. Now it's been fish because we just caught a fish that I hadn't, you know, caught that had been caught. So somebody's fishing it. So far, everything's come tight to this cover. Every time there's a bush sticking out, there's a fish up there and in it. So yeah, let's go. I'm gonna stick with this little bit heavier bait for now and try to use it as a backup bait. I can just work it a little faster. I think that was a hit right there off the bat, probably a little bluegill. So I'm just gonna throw it. I'm kind of in a hurry. That sun's coming up. I want to buzz around here, but I do want to I just want to, you know, just double check a spot before I keep going with the whopper plopper. But the whopper plopper seems to be doing most of the work, so I'm hoping if I get around here, try to catch us a big one. Try to catch us a big one before we even get settled in. I think I've already caught a limit in just a, I don't know, 20-minute span. And messing around with the camera switch in between. Had a little gunk on it. There's definitely some action on the dam. I have to remember that, come back out and fish a little further out once the sun comes out. We're already into, oh, that one kind of, I was waiting for it to fill. I never really felt the weight. I just checked it, make sure he wasn't coming at me. All right, well, let's just see if we can pull that little dink in. I'll try the lightweight one now. Try to hold this right here. Let's see if we can pull that fish in. See if we can. I could also have a backup as a zinkers, but last time I was here, I caught like a 6.5 pounder or bigger on a, I don't remember the actual color, but on a one of these dudes. So baby brush hog. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Try it again, even though that was over a year ago. I know the zinkers work, but so do these baby brush hogs, especially in here, it seems. That's the smallest one of the morning. Getting smaller as we go down the dam. And man, it's hard to just not at least make another cast where you just caught a fish from. You know what I mean? You gotta check them. Keep them honest in that spot. Keep them honest. One more cast. And we'll motor on. Yeah, I think the 16th ounces. Trick with it sometimes is slowing down enough to let it be on bottom. All right, I just want to check them. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, son. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to get that money maker out there. Out. Oh, I missed. No, I got him. He's coming right at me. That dude is coming fast. Oh. If you guys saw that, I know, no excuses, but I was jerking this way, and then he come at me. Even though it's a high-speed reel, it felt like he came off because I felt like I was just reeling the bait back. You know, just the slightest pressure. Throw right back there, though. And there's something right there, but right there's definitely some fish. All right, even though I want to be in tight, I think I need to be a little outside enough to where I stay clean. Well, that was a good chunk, too. Tequila Baccarat should be a perfect rod for this, but you need to make sure and be set up for your cast. So I'm going to turn this boat. turn this boat back over to where I got my normal hook setting capabilities. I'm bad about that. I get anxious, make a cast, boat's out of whack, I'm out of whack, knick-knack, paddywhack, miss the bone. Right there. All right, I gotta cover water. I'm just gonna keep going. What's going on with that? That was kind of a weird noise. There's just, maybe I should be throwing a buzz bait. There's just enough gunk and the way the light's hitting the water, I can't make out where, I don't know if you guys can see, there's what I'm hitting, like, so I can't make out where it's at, but if I cast right onto that, I'm instantly gunked. But I think I need to be I need to, it may not be the best bait for this morning with all that gunk. But we're gonna keep going. Let's well, if I could make a decent cast, would be another thing also. I'm casting it right into crap. Let's see. And 265 feet. I haven't stopped to put the transducer down, it's just facing straight out the back. There we go. All right, let's stop the boat. Get up here. I honestly don't know how any of these fish get off of this once they've hit it. This dude's got lockjaw. All right, back this up a little. There we go. Nice chunks. Here I'm going to try to make, because it does shallow up there, I'm going to try to make casts like this. Stay out about this far from this bank. Yeah, I may just skip it. This is usually a dead zone, except for I've only ever really caught them throwing rattle traps through here kind of fast. So we're going to save, even though it's windy, I guess I should throw a chatterbait through there. Even though it's windy, I don't have a lot of faith in this area, but we're gonna zing a chatterbait up there. Is that already? That got gunked that fast. Threw it right into something that Let's try it out a little bit further. Okay, so oh, there's something right in front of us. You guys see that? Probably a crappie. Let's just try one right out. This is normally how I catch them, like a long way from the bank. Throw a rattle trap out there and just bring it back right through here. Seems to kind of be a holding. Must drop off ever so slightly right out here, and it just kind of holds them out here. But we're gonna buzz up and hit this bank in the shallows while we still have some early morning sunscreen, so to speak. Let's go. Okay, I think those 5/8 are just a little too heavy for this body of water anyway. Plus, that black and blue gold blade usually does good here, and I'm wanting to try out this Dobbins with these Strike Kings Thunder Crickets, so we'll throw this dude just around. So we kind of got the opposite. We got black and blue gold blade, and then we got a pink one, and then we'll go to our greens. Seem to work in here too. But yeah, this, like, look at our you guys can make those out. Ends of the spectrums, black and blue, and then pink. We'll try those here and there. Get on it, see what we can do. But we're not done with our whopper plopper yet. We're gonna work up here and hit this point, and then jump over there and hit that other point, that wood, and then the shallows. And I'm gonna probably try a few different frogs. Once we get up there, you'll see it gets gunky enough. A few different frogs and on a few different rods. Go ahead and fix our depth finder. Okay, got our depth finder fixed. Need to remember to do that before I load the boat up. Getting from, even though it's an 8-foot boat, getting from this middle to the back when it's loaded down can be a chore. So this is another spot where I want to see just how far out they could be. So it's kind of a shallow point, like it's not real deep. We're only in about 5 foot of water right out here. So there could be fish all the way they've been though. It's almost, they're up pretty tight into cover. Let's just try some frogs while we're frogging it. Let's just jump to some frogs. I got this thing with the jig, but we'll probably try them with the frog real quick. Here's our beast, Super Destroyer. This is actually a jig I plan on using, but I may put a frog on him first. These just said, I mean, that a lot of times in this water, that color with that orange and green, got to at least make one cast with it. And I do have the smaller one in a 1/4 ounce. I may rig up just so I can get it in tight spots and you know, fish it a little slower without it getting gunked. Let's try till I get the bearing on this water and what it's like. You hear them frogs? Let's try frogs. So, what do I do with my frogs again? Did I put them in there? Yeah, there they are. So, I just want to try the big frog, but let's try, yeah, let's try, we may try them all on all the different rods, but let's try that big yellow Z-Man. Hit the bank. You guys see that? Wait till you, if you get a hit, Hicklin, wait till you feel that weight before you set the hook. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Let's try one up that way. I like that rod tip down. It's a little ways out. I might want to be a little closer and just see how well the all right, one more cast that way, then we're just going to work up this way. I just knew there was a frog fish to be caught. Oh, that cast sucked, but when you cast right where the spot could be, just let it settle out. A lot of times they will still hit it if they're there. Let that ring clear out and then bring it to life. Oh, there's one right there. Come on. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Come on, get up here. Where'd you go? Get up there, cast past it. All right, come on. I'm just gonna walk the dog. There's some activity going on right up there. They just may not want this frog. We will find out. Come on. Something pulled on it. That's probably crappie over there messing around. I don't know if you guys saw that frog, the whoop. Something pulled it down. Okay, so the frog, I'll be able to cast all the way, you know, into that gunk. In case they're there, and then I'll still use the whopper plopper out here on the edges. We may go with my old, we may have to go with my old standby, because I like the white, I'll be honest, I like the white bellies the best. We'll leave this frog out though, because we did use him. And just because I can, I'm gonna go with my old faithful favorite. Can I get a booyah? Popping pad crasher. He's a popping pad crasher. He pops and slops and jops. I need to throw the whopper plopper through here before I go any further. And yes, I also plan on rigging up the, I'm just trying the baby brush hogs, but I plan on rigging up that pink zinkers to just try it in this water. They do not want a frog right now. That's for dang sure. Let's throw the whopper plopper. Whoa, that cast was pulled that one hard. I'm gonna go way too late. Yeah, see, there's something little right there hitting. Just a little clump of something right under the boat. I have to remember that to come out and try these spots. Oh, there's a football right at the back of the boat. I gotta hit that. Oh boy, hang on. Hang on, boys. I gotta hit that little football. I can't pass it up, right? Literally right back there somewhere. When I see footballs, it usually means giants, but I couldn't pass it up. I was live scoped him. That's one thing you can, electronics, there's just a little round ball right behind the boat. Now that wasn't it, it was bigger, so it's probably, like I mentioned, sometimes the fishermen, you're out there and you're fishing right on top of the bass, they're staged out more, which I would have thought, where the sun's not out yet, they'd still be up shallower. This is where I like the idea of a forward facing, just for that fact, as I'm coming up, I could have saw that and thrown before I'm on top of them, kind of thing. But sometimes these old bass, they're not that smart. You can be right on top of them and whack them. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't like how far up that is, but I can't do much about it right now. I got so many rods. Let's keep going in case we can get on some more action with some whopper ploppers. Oh yeah, this whole area I'm gonna have to come back and hit it with this whole area I'm gonna have to come back after it's settled back down, me going across it, and hit it with rattle traps and chatterbaits. So I know there's some, and with as much stuff as I see going on down there, I know even if they're not there right now, there's going to be stuff out there on it. It's one of the only places in here it just has some buildup of grass and stuff. So we've actually done good, but we're really kind of off. I think we just missed the little topwater window. We'll have to track down something else. Maybe time to jump to some, I'll rig up some sort of swim bait on this thing. Chatterbaits and whatnot. So yeah, let's end this video. So although I might still throw it here and there, we're just gonna end this video right now, right here and right now. So that was our little topwater deal. As you can see though, the sun's up, starting to burn off, so that's it. I would like to thank everybody for joining in, tagging along, and watching Bass and Bonsai. And speaking of tagging along, click the like button, subscribe to Bass Bonsai if you haven't, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out and go Bass and Bonsai, but whatever you do, make sure you have fun doing it. We gone. Not really, but the topwater, it's gone. Okay, welcome to the show. I'm rigging up a couple baits because the water's a little stained, but that color may work today, and these are all going to be tried on the Daubens and our other rods for that bigger one, tequila back rack also. So this guy, I need to track down my one special bait that I have for him. Here it is. So that one's gonna go. This is only a 1/2 ounce, but it's the big blade. I'm gonna throw this dude on. Like I said, I'm gonna try out the Dobbins, but the Tequila Baccarat I really like for these bigger deals. But we're getting ready to have a little chatterbait spree. We just wrapped up a topwater video. If you haven't watched that one, go check it out. Try to get that thing centered. Just a little few. We got these already. We've already had these rigged up, but I think they might be on a brighter bite today. We got the 1/2 ounce black and blue thunder cricket, these couple thunder crickets, and then we're going to mix these in also. And those are all going on the bigger rods. And on our littler stuff, we got the pink one, the jackhammer knockoff, and this kind of stuff. We're going to get a few of those, maybe even Nobi out. And anyway, try to see what we can get on with chatterbaits. So that's what this video is, Calcutta chatterbaits. Now that's our new tackle box, the name of it, as we sold our Calcutta Conquest to Brew Tank. So let's just go with black and blue gold blade real quick, and then try the pink back and forth. So just to see if I can get a little idea on, you know, what colors are they picking up on, the more, you know, natural dark colors, or can we throw the big bold bright stuff to get them. Now it should be sort of fast-paced, aggressive if they're just now coming off the topwater. Shouldn't have to, I wouldn't think, baby them into hitting a chatterbait. Now it's definitely gunky. I can't make out how far down the grass is yet, but it doesn't take long for these baits to get bound up, but they're coming off fairly clean, so I think I just need to keep letting them hit that, you know, slow enough to tick the grass. Keep them cleaned off. But wouldn't say I struggle with my smaller rods with these bigger blades, or bigger hooks, but my favorite is that Tequila Baccarat. Once I start throwing the big blades and stuff, it's like you can throw any of the biggest chatterbaits on it and they feel like you're throwing the small chatterbaits on the other, you know, my chatterbait rods. So this Dobbins doesn't quite give you that same feeling. All right, that time I got it. Couldn't come back from that one. See all that grassy. This is the only downside. It's what holds a lot of fish in here, but it's the only downside to fishing this thing is you've got to get in a rhythm and, you know, work through this gunk. All right, they don't seem to want that. Let's go with what color usually works in here, since I already just rigged it up. I have to remember what baits if I don't get to some of these. I'm not going to that dude yet. This color normally works in here. So let's try the big blade. A little darker water. Big blade gives off a little more of a thump. And I might have to rig up the old spot room. Oh, I thought that felt like a little bump. Let me get myself in a rhythm here. I do still have the frog rigged up. I might get up into these real tight spots where the chatterbait can't really go. And the whopper plopper's still rigged up, so let's go. But before we go with any of those, I just give this little pink dude a shot. Wow, that was fast. He just hit the water. Get in here. Pinky is working, guys. Pink dude is on it. Trying out our new little Elite TI combo for chatterbaits. Oh, that dude took off, headed for deep water. Let's just see. That may have just been a luck. That may have just been a luck shot. Let's back up our chatterbait with our frog in case our luck was we just hit the edge of that gunk. Oh, something I just spooked out of there. And a lot of times they're weird with frogs. Like, this is a place though that looks excellent for frogs, and I've only ever caught like a, now they were epic. I even have them on video way back in the thing where I've caught them on frogs, but they are, for as froggy as this place looks, it doesn't do well with frogs. I've never come down here and just been like, oh, game on with frogs. I'll just throw it in a spot like, oh, that looks too good to pass up, and every once in a while there'll be one there. But as you can see, isn't always the case. Let's keep going with the pink dude. He's our first and only chatterbait fish so far. Ah, the tail's so light. Hung up. Let's get some all the way up there by the wood. I know there's fish up there. I see another spot over here that looks good. I see another spot that looks too juicy right there. Come on. Oh, you look too juicy. You were too gunky. That grass all looks dead. Every bit of it always looks dead, but oh boy. Can we come out of that? Oh my God. I know there's a fish in there. Come on. That was just too good. That was just too good a cast that I accidentally made. Oh, you kind of were gunked, weren't you? And I think you got that after. I think you got that after, but okay. Okay. Got so many rods out here, I can't remember which one's which. Let's try this white dude. No? You don't want the big blade? Let's try the big blade right out here on the edge. That, look at that bait. That big blade does an excellent job of dancing around. Oh, right there, come on. There's just nothing over there. Everything's staged up on the dam so far. There's a few little outlier bass. Now, let's throw the little whopper plopper right to there. Always end up in a spot where I can't get a good hook set. All right, let's keep the boat back. Get up here. That's a good little chunk. Oh! I'm gonna start throwing, I don't know why. Is it overpowering? Those hooks are huge. It should not be overpowering, but man, I feel like I had better luck with this Poison Adrena throwing this thing. It's two fish I've lost that I mean, I did this kind of hook set, but still I I felt like that one I knew I was, you know, at an angle, so I yanked pretty good. Let's see, I'm gonna tighten it, drag up one more click. We got 30-pound everything. Only thing I figure I could have, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't yanking hard enough. Well, we've caught a bunch, but we have missed 2. And they are staged up right up there along that deal. Well, I'm gonna throw it there again. Oh boy, nope, that one's, ain't no coming out of that. Oh my God, the wind took me just enough. Get out of there. Just enough to probably disturb everything. Let's try this again. That one will work. Oh, he totally missed it. All right, let me get this freaking boat. Hang on, let me get this boat staged up to where I'm at a right angle. Well, that one, I don't know what that was, but I'm turned all jacked up. Let me turn this boat where I can at least feel I got a fighting chance on some of these dudes. Something like this right at it. But yeah, there seems to be a bunch of fish. Now I won't get another hit. Right there. That's a good one. Stay on. That boat. Don't come off. That's fish of the day. Not gigantic, but boat flippable with the tequila back rack. That's a good 2.5, 3 pounder, probably 2.5. I'm getting a little anxious. I need a pick of this dude. Yeah, so pays off to get your boat situated. I was gonna say this rod should be perfect for this bait. All these baits like that size hook are a little bigger. What do you guys think? I'll be back. Okay, you guys will have to take the pick for me because I left my phone in the truck, but that's a nice chunk. I don't think it's worth weighing. I call it 2.5, but very nice largemouth bass. So anyway, there you go. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what the size are. Sometimes when you hold them out like this, they just look way smaller than when you got them, you know, up against somebody. Even though that isn't a very big bass, that's a nice bass. So we're gonna see if it'll jump. That's why I took you guys off the little necky. So let's see. Oh no, dude, he shook. Scared me. All right, right there. Right there. We're gonna get the boat repositioned right back where we need to be. Oh boy, here. And we're gonna catch him. Yeah, I forgot my little pad that I have on my feet down here to actually kind of raises me up. Instead of having this like in a recess deal, it raises me up. Forgot that. Forgot my phone. Got anxious, wanted to get out here and fish. So we've missed a couple, I don't know, decent bass. Every one of them though is me. I was pulling this way, so a lot of times it does pay, especially if I was fishing for money, to not really cast unless your boat is in the right position just for you, for everything to be going right. So I usually need to be straight at something or whatever where I need to pull this way. And I'm sure everybody that's, you know, doing the left-handed deal, when you kind of come this way, no matter what you think, you're not putting as much power as when you're coming that way. So anyway, you guys know the deal. Let's get turned and let's get back on them. Let's go. Okay, I got you guys hooked up right there because I'm trying for the super shot where you can see past me and see these hit for a couple reasons. For one, I usually keep you guys on the chesty so you can see what's going on, but like this way it makes me also keep the boat centered, kind of where it needs to be. Something bad about just making willy-nilly casts being out of whack. Oh, there should be one there. Come on. Folks at home are in the prime position. Where's the boat? Right there. Okay. This one may never make it back from there, but I'm going to throw, and I don't recommend doing this with the whopper plopper because of the big hooks, but a lot of times you get around wood, it's game over. I had to do it. I had to throw it up there. So while I got you here, don't go anywhere. So while I got you here, let's try the old Super Destroyer right there too. See that little cutout way up there? Oh no, dude. We'll try him right there, but that's not where I want to go. The whopper plopper, the wind's not affecting it. That little frog I cast it and it just veered right off to the wind's kind of blowing from the south. So let's try this again. Let's try this again. There we go. Right there. I'm going to go right through that gunky stuff. I'm over a tree. Come on, frog. Frog. Okay, I only got 3 frogs. Let's try the smallest frog. Just, maybe I need to... Where did you guys go? You guys stay tuned. Maybe I need to up my frog game. Let's try this dude. A little different. A little different. Whoa, that. Get out of there. I didn't even want that cast to even. Whoa. Hang on, boys. Threw it behind your head. I didn't even want that cast to make it wherever it was going. Now, this is only 20-pound test. But I'm going to throw that frog. I say only. I used to never fish with anything that, 12, 17, somewhere in there, 10, 8 for the small stuff, 4 pound for a crappie. All right, it's going to no man's land. Right in there. We'll come to the right. Gotta be a frog. Fish, right? Oh, this always looks so good. No, there never is. There never is. Okay. So we threw the whopper plopper a couple times. I'm gonna throw this chatterbait right back along there too. Just in case. You know what? Why aren't you over there? Why aren't you in there? Let's make a long cast. The big blade. There we go. That's definitely a fish. Oh, it's a nice chunk. Let's see if this rod can bring a fish in with a chatterbait. We got him, but I'm gonna let him. So yeah, so far our initial test with the Dobbins, that is a chunk. Whee! Like I said, I'm kind of looking for Tequila back rack is good, but I don't really have a true backup rod that I feel is real great, like what the tequila backer rack is, with these bigger chatterbait blades. The blade does it, but I mean, the blade is it's not a real, I mean, let's face it, the blade does it. I'm just looking for something else, right? Excuse to get another rod or use the other rod for something. Justify having it, I guess. So, is that only on one? I got a new battery. That new battery is like funk. So yeah, we've already caught we're probably getting close to a dozen bass between our morning topwater deal and what we got going on now. But we're not done, because I'm gonna throw this little dude just because it's fun on 10-pound test, but and it's a 16th ounce. I'm gonna throw him. That was that fast. I've thrown chatterbaits, frogs. Whoa! Hold them away from the boat. That dude on 10-pound is like pulling. Don't come off. Don't you come off of my 802. Oh, should I boat flip him? Oh man, I don't want to lose that jig. 802. Oh, it's a little bit much for the 802. I'll be honest. It's a good 2-pounder probably. Close to 2 pounds. Makes the fight worthwhile. First one I kissed, I love you. I didn't kiss the big one because I left my phone in the truck. All right, he's a jumper though. Look at that. Baby brush hog. That color doesn't work anywhere for me except like here. Orange kind of can work. It's kind of dark. Orange and green, or the combo. Whoa, boat's going the wrong way. So anyway, let's go. So yeah, you guys, I've been throwing in here for a while. I caught a bunch off this area right here, down this line, but here, nothing. Threw frog, chatterbaits all around here. First cast with this thing, doink. So they're like up in and around that wood, but they are not, some of these fish are not chasers. They're like, you got to hit them on the head. Oh, dude. I about hit myself on the head. Did you guys see that? I don't even know how close it was. I closed my eyes, but yeah. So even with the 16th ounce, you're just going to get gunked. You got to kind of get it close to where you want. Hopefully it landed on the fall. It's kind of almost like a punching in a way. You just hope it goes there and then try to tick it off the stuff. And that 16th ounce usually will let you, unless you just fall right into the hole like we do sometimes, but to let you get, you know, you work an area somewhat, you know, at least get a few hops before it does get gunked. And these are a little harder to do, the baby brush hog, than a true Elastec or Zinkers, because they kind of float. You can get by a little more with those. You know, you can do it a little better. So I need to rig that pink one up and just try it here, but I just wanted to kind of, I guess, reinstill my belief that I can catch them on that too. I don't know if one would catch you a bigger fish than the other, but I'm just going to throw this around this wood. Probably need to slow down, let it hit, pop it, let it hit, pop it, because I can feel it with this rod. That's why I had to get these rods again. I can't really, this exact type of fishing what I'm doing right here, I feel you're completely outgunned if you don't have it. Like right now, I could tell it was getting gunked. Like I can feel it when it popped off the right way, or when it feels like it's, you know, got a little something. And I'm not saying some people can't with other stuff too, but I feel you're slightly outgunned unless you've got what to me is the most sensitive rods they make. And 802 is perfect for me. Well, 10 pound or less. I mean, it's rated, you could go more, but I like it for that reel like this. The 803 is actually overkill, but it does this, and then you can still, like, you know, fish with jigs and stuff on the 803. This 802 is kind of limited to that. Ooh, no, yeah, just past that. Waka, where are we at? Waka. Ah. So I may do that. I may rig up, leave this on, because I got the same thing rigged on 2 rods. I may go ahead and hook the 803 up with the pink deal. We can throw both into spots. But let's keep going. Let's keep going with the topwaters and chatterbaits. Okay, that took forever. I'm kind of, I guess, anal when it comes to it. So I switched around. I now have the zinkers on what I actually use it on. So 16th ounce zinkers on the 802. I've switched out, and I had to switch the heads because I had the black head on a brown bait and it didn't work, and then I wanted the black head for this, and it's the only one I had left. So yeah, I get that crazy. But anyway, I feel this one, I shouldn't have to pop up and out of stuff as much because it's actually probably barely going to sink down. That zinkers is kind of worn in, that pink one, bubblegum pink. So this rod has a slightly less power, so I don't have to pop it as much. Kind of, I felt like that was a bite. So I wanted to put the baby brush hog on the 803. It's got a little more power to, you know, pop it out of the grass. It may get out cleaner, kind of deal. So it took a while, but we got rigged back up. And the thing about a zinkers is sometimes when you pop it, it actually can have a reaction bite instead of just like a baby brush hog. I feel they just want to eat it. A zinkers, when you pop it, it's like they don't want to let it get away. Sometimes not necessarily like, I don't want to eat you, but I want you to, you know, I don't know if they're trying to kill it, what they're trying to do. But so I just wanted it rigged up so we can try it. And then I also have an orange one on standby, basically. If you guys can see that, that's a high floater. If I put on a brand new one, it actually would sink sort of like a Cinco. But I really don't want that right now. I want it to, and I could rig it up just on a weightless too when they're brand new. You can do that just for a little while. You catch a fish or two and they shake it, you know, and then it usually ends that action. Fortunately, we got some good, the sun's not just out and shining. So yeah, we're gonna leave this baby rigged up. These are primarily our backup baits, so I'm not gonna throw them unless I feel there's a spot that I just need to hit, kind of deal. So I start zinkers, then like a baby brush hog in the process of how I feel the finesse. That's usually as finesse as I go, but we're gonna keep going with, I'm gonna keep trying this guy, this Dobbins. I'm actually curious just how well it's gonna work for chatterbaits. Oh, that was, I felt the fish, but then I just checked it to make sure, but that wasn't the rod. That wasn't really me even. That was just, I had a hit, but he kind of a lackluster. That was a fish's issue there. Dude, they're okay. All right. That's why I just spent all that time with backup baits, but I'm going with this little dude right here, this baby brush hog, because I know they've already hit him. So we've missed 2 little bumps right there. Come on, get on that 803. Get on that 803, Bubba. See what you want. See if you want something. Huh? You want that 803? Need to get a jig too rigged up on the Super Destroyer. Sometimes you can just throw a jig out there and they're more likely to whack it over a... Did you guys see that grass? That was an aggressive piece of grass. Just hit that thing just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Smacked it. All right, one last little hoorah. Yeah, so this rod, it's actually the same reel that's on the 802, but the 802 loads up just enough that it doesn't struggle as much with the 16th ounce type baits than the 803. All right, one more cast. I'm just gonna let it set there. Let him get down and look at it, like, see if you want it. Do you want it? Yeah? No? Yes or no? Check yes or no. Maybe I need to be throwing John Deere green. All right, I ain't got time to jack with you. Let's keep going. We got baits we kind of feel I know work. Let's try. Let's sink the pink. Still think while I got you guys there, I'll throw this whopper plopper a little bit more, but how much longer we got there? We've got like 5 different style of baits. Well, 4. We'll come back and hit this spot, then they just need to settle in. Let's throw right along here. There's usually like a fortress. So I got the pegs out there. That's a big bass fortress. So I'm gonna cast just past it. Try to get it about as close as you can. Come to that fortress. Battery went dead. I literally reeled that fish in, looked at him, threw him back out, or tossed him back out lightly. Still hooked up. Got the GoPro. I'll put you guys on the chesty now, and he's still hooked up. So this dude, hopefully that footage came through, but I'm gonna put you guys back on the chesty now. It's a little easier to, instead of trying to keep an exact shot. Plus that thing's just not wanting to stay on there right. And I do have my pliers. I got everything in my new tackle box. So we're testing that also. Jesus. I might need to get them pliers. Let me show you where I put the pliers. So while I'm here, he wasn't coming off. Our new tackle box hopefully can make it out over here. I'm also testing to see if I need to include or not include any other stuff. As I get him off. Nice chunk. So I should probably leave these out. But yeah, it's for this little boat, I'll just have to see how it sets up in Charles's. Now, if somebody's fishing with me, I'm totally set up differently. I'm kind of in the middle. This is an awesome one-man fishing machine. Once you add a person, I kind of scoot up to here. You know, it's only like a foot difference. I bring everything up a foot, but then my tackle has to kind of be up here kind of deal, which is not bad. I can have some of it back there when I'm fishing with like somebody that doesn't have tackle. But no offense to Charles, but when you're fishing with Charles and he literally has the same exact box I do now and his rods, it can, you know, be a challenge in this little boat. All right, we're gonna make one more cast. All right, well, I'll be back. Okay, I know I'm catching them on topwater. Caught one on this guy, I think, one on the pink one, but I still haven't had a color that just screamed, you know, don't put me down, because they're hitting every time you throw me. So sometimes, especially, you know, overcast like we got now, these bright colors, this is about the brightest bait I own. That is, I believe, a 3/8 ounce Z-Man Original. I know it's a Z-Man Original, but I think it's only 3/8, not a 1/2 ounce. So it'll kind of hover. Definitely bright enough. One leaf. Just to see, you know, if they'll hit these. Insane colors and how far which color, because this is kind of a, well, I'm not sure what you would call a natural bright color, but this is not a bad color. Let's try it. Let's try one all the way up, kind of like we did that whopper plopper, and then I want to throw my, I know I'm not covering water very fast. I could have, if I'd have just been buzzing around with the whopper plopper, I could have covered this whole body of water, but I'm kind of still in a little bit of test mode. Okay, so they do not seem to like this color. Every once in a while I'll make one back where I was fishing kind of deal, just to check them, because there'll come a time today when that coming back this way will work. Just not right now. Not right now, guys. Okay, so I don't know about this color. I'm gonna go back with that white. I'm gonna go back with the white, and you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go with black and blue. So I still got that pink. I still know I can't give up on my old black and blue. Now the only thing I might do is go with an actual black and blue trailer instead of that. There we go. Now I threw that one a little tighter up closer, but that fish, well, boys and girls, I may have another rod that I'd like for this. I kind of yanked. That hook wasn't even really all the way penetrated, but it got him in, because this Dobbins, it I don't know if you guys can see that there's really not a spot to where it separates its power. So it's not really what I call parabolic, but it's not like an extra fast, in my opinion. The action on it, it's got that real subtle, which I think maybe the 704 might be a little too stout for the average chatterbait, but for the big ones I think this is good. But I'm tempted to track down a 703 for like regular ones, because as you can see, that bigger 5/0 hook, Dobbins 704, so far we're liking it. And like I've always said, black and blue, especially once that water gets a little bit stained to it, black and blue is a hard color to beat. And I think especially now we don't have as much sun, that gold blade just does a little bit better of a job than I don't think a silver blade does a black and blue any good. You're either a gold blade, or you might be better off to just have a like Sharpie black blade or black blade. But I think this anyway imitates a bluegill that they're looking at, like with the sun behind the bluegill, which is how typically they should be. They're like in the shade looking out, so the shadowy part of the fish is what they see, in my opinion. All right, that frog, look at that. I'll be back. All right, I know I should be covering water, but man, look at this spots right here. Like right up. Oh my God, look at that frog Look at that frog water. Look at that frog water. Just look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Just, oh, look at it. Look at that. That must be just too shallow, but see, sometimes let's look at that frog up in there. Look at that frog. Oh, right there. Oh no. How dare you not hit my frog? I'm gonna go back with that big frog just briefly. And no, I don't have a, no what? I'm gonna go back with my favorite. That old booyah. Can I get a, there's not a rattle in there. I didn't put no rattle in that one. Oh well, it's kind of a subtle day. Let's just throw that frog just kind of in spots where we normally, let's try popping him. Here's a spot right there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Get, oh look at that. Get, touch that wood. Oh my God. Every time I get this awesome frog deal, oh, never, no, you never get those bites. You make that like excelente, tickling it around. All right, frog, get out of here. What's wrong with you? Let's just see if out in the middle, kind of a nowhere coming across, there's kind of a little cutout in up to our right. So this is like kind of the opening where it first starts going in. Like if it was bigger, you would consider that kind of, the wood out there kind of makes a point there, and this is almost like a point right here. Just to see. Oh, you know what? No, don't do it, Hicklin. Don't do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Right through that section. Just come right through there. Hit it. We're gonna get caught up. Oh. I knew we were gonna get caught, but I had to do it. I had to try it. Got grass all in the boat. Well, it's starting to get me. I'm starting to get myself fired up on black and blue. Let's just throw him through there. Let's just throw him through there. Wow, he came through there surprisingly well. Had a little chunk on him. Let's try him right there. I do not want to set the hook. Oh, is that a piece of, that's wood, I think. Taking off that wood. Okay, let's throw. Let's just throw this dude in a couple spots. We haven't. There's too much wood right there to not have anything going on right there. Oh well. There ain't nothing going on. There ain't nothing going on. That's gonna suck. Oh, it came off. Get. Didn't clean. Gosh dang it. That was a good cast too. Just didn't clean itself off. Oh boy. Okay. I'll tell you what, that thunder cricket kind of does come through wood. I'm also tempted, I might talk myself into buying these in bulk. I want to try that cast again. Nope. All right, boys and girls, we got a couple on chatterbaits, a couple on basically a few different baits, but I still don't have anything that just says that, you know, pick me, I'm the bait to throw, color-wise anyway. I've caught enough on chatterbaits that I think I'm tempted to try my spinner bait. There's another one. Okay. Black and blue. Oh, that's a good chunk. Geez, that's a nice one. Black and blue gold blade. Starting to come alive for me. Look at that crazy turquoisey type deal, probably where he's been jacked up. Oh, sorry about the belly flop, fella. Sorry about the belly flop. Boy, I'll tell you what, that old thunder cricket. Black and blue gold blade. Little big bite baits, kamikaze swim on. A little kamikaze action, just getting in there. Old Dobbins. Got 150 chatterbaits and only 3 of them are thunder crickets, so 2 more on the way. Oh, that was a hit. Okay, that was a hit. That was a hit. We're gonna back it up, backity up. That should be. Oh no, the wind caught it. Oh, that had another hit right there. Dude, that is, I think that's bluegill. They hit the chatterbait. 2 little pecks at this dude. Let me get back out there. Let him commit to it. There he is. Nope. There he is. Got it? Got it? Swimming at me? Nope. Come on. Well, I know there's something over there. Let's just see what they like about. Let's see if they chew bubble gum. Let's just see how that just thing whips it out there better. It's a 10-pound line and a little lighter, little softer tipped rod. Just toom, whips that bait out. But like normally throwing the oh, that dude, like, he took the drag on his own. But he probably just had the tail. That dude like, nyeh, and then I yanked. Like, okay. Okay, you guys want to play? There's it. I know that is. This is when I do need like a little bitty hook. Probably need to get one of my little swim bait. One of them smaller size 1 or 1/0 275 swim baits. They're just, you're just playing with me now. All right, I'm gonna leave the hook exposed. Let's see. Get on there now. There's one. There. I thought I had that one for a second. See, they're just pulling the, they're just biting onto the back of that freaking. Okay, I'm done playing around with those. That's little Dinksville. Okay, everybody, we've deleted some footage. I don't know how much of this video is even going to make it to you guys, but I kind of came through here and there's not much going on in the shallow, so I'm going to work my way back eventually to the dam. I still have a little bit area right here with some wood, that spot usually at that point, and then we're going to go basically hit the dam that we've already fished today. But so far I found out I do kind of like these thunder crickets pretty good, and I like them on that Dobbin. So the 704 so far seems legit. We've missed one fish, but most of everything I feel the weight I've gotten in this 704 with the thunder crickets, the big blade, and the big like Z-Man original type stuff. I think I like it enough. I might end up trying to track down a 703 for like our regular chatterbaits, but like the jackhammers with a little bit thinner wire, or you know, your mini maxes and your regular they go to like a, I think it's a 4/0, maybe even a 3/0, but you know, a little smaller, a little bit lighter wire. These bigger rods aren't as good, but sometimes, yeah. So anyway, that's where we're at so far. Let's go. With my favorite everything, more or less, we got Neo, the last Neo. I bent that around. If you guys don't know that trick, some of these Nobies, you gotta fix the way that thing angles or you will lose the bait. Hopefully we don't lose him, but my favorite combo for chatterbaits, the blade, P5 blade from Megabass Destroyer lineup, and then the of all things to put with a Megabass Destroyer, right, is the Tatula. But that new Tatula with the hyperdrive and the boost spool, in my opinion, and the fact that I think has a better paint finish and palmability over the Zillion. I've put it, I've kind of blinged mine out, but I've put it like past the Zillion. You can pick up these for $220, or they still, Digitaka has them for like $180. So you could go from, you know, get it from Japan without a warranty, and then put a drag clicker, which I have on this one, and I had a couple bearings up here. You know, you don't need the drag star, the fancy knobs. They're just for bling looks, but those bearings up front and then the drag clicker, I put it even, or maybe even better than the Zillion, in my opinion, just for the palmability and the fact I think this paint is going to hold up better than the Zillion. So you guys watched all my Zillion videos, and you're like, well, Charlie, you said the Zillion's the best reel. Well, this reel didn't exist. So at that point in time, it was. You could get them Digitaka. There was a bump. Oh my goodness, that dude bumped it good. All right, I've already hit this water, so we're gonna buzz over here and hit this bank. But yeah, so I'm just gonna throw multiple ones around. I don't know why I keep hooking him up like that, but it's easy enough to do. I kind of like the idea of the way I fish to have my bait keeper on this side. I know the ones I always have over here and the way the lures come, but yeah, so let's keep rolling. Let's keep her live. My next favorite combo for this and jerkbait, so kind of a more all around, because of the rod. This is a very good, that KVD jerkbait rod is just, I like it. Good for everything. But it's a little sweet spot are these, you know, your average jackhammer, your jackhammer, jackhammer knockoffs, the mini maxes, those, you know, whatever that hook. It's not really a 5/0, it's more like a 4. It's a little bit lighter, you know, than the big Z-Man originals and stuff like that. But with this Lew's reel, oh, that was a bump for sure. You can, you know, fling out the jerk baits, the chatter baits, the 1/2 ounce, the 3/8 ounce, or the bigger, you know, but the lighter baits, it'll cast out there and get the job done. Let's see. I'm still trying to find that color that they are dead set on. But once I get a computer that I still got to go track down at some point. Okay, they might not want this, but I'm gonna probably keep this on and then put on, I've got a chartreuse trailer I might rig up on it, see if that'll do any good. Been a very good morning. We've been here since about 6 a.m. 3 hours. Already caught quite a few fish. No giants though. Yeah, this bait I think is a little too, maybe a little too natural in this. This water is not, I guess I should have made that. Let's do that and I'm gonna end this little clip. But so the visibility, this thing really about 3-4 foot, I can't see it anymore. Didn't have that problem with that pink one. It goes, all right, let's try something else. That dude is not doing it. Let's just go with that pink one. So this is definitely the brightest bait I got as far as seeing it. What's funny though is how you can go with the dull color and you're like, I think it's, you know, the visibility's not there. But then you throw black and blue, dark as could be, and then they whack it and you're like, well, how did, and it's kind of like the profile of seeing it through, you know, looking up, I guess, it just stands out. A super dark color or super bright color sometimes is the best thing in this. Oh, that bait, I think it bundled up. It was a discount double check bundle up special. Did it come off? Okay, it came off. That's a, oh no, it twisted around. That's the downside. If you fling these out, once you get those Z-Man zinkers all worn out, they're so just nothing to them. You got to watch it. You can, oh my God. That's 2 casts in a row of wasted. Cast that dude right into the junk. All right, let's go right there. Come on. That's got to be a fish. Well, that's already hitting something. Okay. I think it's, boys and girls, it's shaping up, I think, to be a black and blue day. There should have been a fish on this. I haven't even broke out my, I have not even broke out my jerk baits, or which may work in certain spots out here off the dam, or my rattle traps. No hard baits really, other than the whopper ploppers. So I'm gonna try to keep it going real quick because this bait right here has already shown me that they will hit it. So let's see. Oh, that was a bump. That was 100% a hit. Well, I've already had a couple little bumps right through there. Let's just stop jacking around and throw our little, oh, that wind caught it. But I may still. Let me get a little different cast. There we go. Had a bump right in there somewhere. There. Oh. What's funny is that the times I've used this today, it's like it's little dinks or something, because I'll back it up with this and it's like doink doink. I mean, it's either the smallest of thing or maybe a bluegill or something, because it's very hard to get those bites transferred into an actual fish. Oh, come on. That dude got hit like 3 times, but very, very little and very lightly. Just watch that line. You can still make out, I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but when you cast a very lightweight bait like this, that line, you can still make out its, you know, even on the ripple water, you can kind of make it out and tell if it is jumping or not or whatever. Okay. Just before we leave this point though, just in case I'm missing something, have just enough that dude hide in the sun. I think there could be a topwater opportunity waiting. Maybe not. You know what? Let's just get away from that topwater and go with, since I already got, I think I have caught a fish on this too. Put this dude up against the Dobbins. There we go. Stay on. No match. That's the only downside to this rod, is when you do catch a pounder, pound a quarter, no match for the tequila baccarat. But it's an excelente chatterbait rod, I'm telling you guys, for the bigger ones. Big blade. Z-Man Originals, Thunder Crickets. I think I might, oh, I thought that was a hit. Maybe not. See, I don't count if I think I'm getting something and I yank and then I just don't feel any weight there, but I got it off. I got it. See, somebody stuck that thing there. But while we're here, I'm actually going to put that down, because while we're here, this has been my go-to. Let's get him right over there. Let's just see. I mean, the only thing I'm missing now, I feel confident. Like, the only thing I'm missing now is forward-facing sonar. Right? Just get it. Now we're getting ready to, I think we're getting ready to turn this chatterbait video into a rattletrap video, because I think the chatterbait bite is, I think they've moved from the morning to a little, I mean, we'll still try both, but I might have to break out some rattle traps. We're going to go over off the dam. I'll probably actually make a stop, pick up my phone since I left it in the truck, and my little foam piece to make my fishing a little more comfortable. Probably put on my sun gear too. It's going to look like a whole different type of video. But yeah, this so far I'm liking this combo right here. It's just a that grass is just, it's nowhere near as grown up as it used to be. It's just a matter of finding a cadence to get through it cleanly where you make your cast count. Try to get them fish. But yeah, I think the majority of the stuff are going to come off of the dam, and then that one point out there with the wind blowing across. So I just got to hurry up and get my tail and gear. I just wanted to try these different chatterbaits, but I don't think that there's really I think that earlier morning it was like that little 6 to 8 window is when I seem to be on them a little better. Okay, I shouldn't talk about it, but this swim on seemed to have stayed. They are just, nope, they're still crazy shallow. Get this boat backed up. That's a nice chunk. He was way up there shallow. Well, there's the proof in the pudding, guys. This Dobbins rod, these thunder crickets, is like funk. Got him. Nice chunk, 2-pounder probably. Kiss him. You guys haven't kissed one yet. Whee! That dude was a jumper and everything else. This has definitely been the bait so far. I guess because this is one of the places I used to fish heavily is what makes me like this black and blue gold blade so much. You guys wonder why I throw it everywhere. Like I at least try to try it. Because it just flat out does work. And like I said about the purple and this, the dark colors, I think, well, bluegill's got those colors, but I think that darker is it lets them not really know exactly what profile thing they're looking at, almost like the way a TRD works, right? It's just like a shady look of a fish or whatever, no matter which way they see it from. And so they're to where other baits, when they're on a certain color and they can see it, also shine, but when they're not on that color, the fact it's such a brighter color, you won't get near as many bites, where that black and blue tends to, I don't know, in my opinion, just shines. Get out of there. That was crazy shallow grass. Yeah, it's still got, get out of there. We may have changed. It's a thunder cricket, but it's still the same old black and blue gold blade, basically. I always said if somebody makes because I've made all my black and blue gold blades. Nobody really ever, I don't think until this guy right here, of the main brands anyway, made a black and blue gold blade. And I would just take the black-headed with the gold blade Z-Man originals and then take the skirt off the black and blue Z-Man original and swap them. Is how I first started my, and the first time was an accident. I lost my last black and blue. Somehow I had a skirt still, but I didn't have a black and blue chatterbait, but I had a chatterbait that was a Bayou Craw, I don't know, I had a black head with a gold blade on it that was on a whole nother one that I didn't have near the confidence in as I did at the time, just black and blue. So I took that skirt off, put the black and blue skirt on that, and just from then on, it was like, oh, that gold blade does better than I ever did with my black and blue. But I mean, the black and blue worked, but I felt the gold blade, just that day anyway, was definitely a better bite than what I even had with the other one. So I've always made sure to have, you know, a black and blue gold blade for sure, and I'll start there. Like today, it seems to be working. Should I try one without it? Maybe. Might do that here shortly, but we're gonna probably first regroup. Oh, I think that may have been a bump. That could have been, no, it's an aggressive piece of grass. We're gonna regroup, probably go out and just fish off the dam, out of ways, try rattle traps and chatterbaits in tight, but then rattle traps further out. Maybe even a jerk bait out here in the middle. Catch crappie, who knows what we'll catch, so stay tuned for that. Went and got my step, which is definitely a plus for this boat. Charles has got to get this stuff. I can see this where it's shallow out, so like out to probably right out in here. It's almost like a little mini point that goes out right there. Stay on. I don't know how big he is. He is digging down. Uh-oh, how big are you? Oh, you're a 3-pounder. That dude has as much weight. Drag it over this way. That's why I was like, I can't tell how big he is, because it felt like I was dragging a lot, but he wasn't doing a lot of moving. But yeah, the big blade, that dude got mud on your face, your big disgrace. Kicking your chatterbait all over the place. But you know what? That old chatterbait, it'll rock you. Wind's blowing us back off of it, but that could be a spot to catch a bunch. Let me get back up there. See, I can see the mud line like out here, or the dirt line, mud or whatever, the bottom kind of comes out to a V. So I was just like, well, let me throw that chatterbait past that area. And this place is loaded with crappie, so that probably looks like a tasty morsel. Just kind of creeping it, popping it every once in a while. That dude wanted it. Try a little bit closer there. And we'll try them. We'll try them with old black and blue. Right in that area. No thunder cricket. Definitely, it's even more subtle than a jackhammer, but it's way more subtle than that big blade. So reel it, feel it tick on grass, pop it. Might need to switch out. Only thing I definitely need to make sure I get, if I'm not going to bring as many soft plastics, I need to make sure I bring super glue to mend the ones, or mend it or whatever as I'm going along. It just helps them last throughout the day. Okay, I just thought I might look into one more through here. All right, let's go with what we had scheduled. I'm going to turn this way. We're going to work this dam again, but I need to go real quick and get out a couple rattle traps. Okay, just because two things I hardly ever use. The poison adrena doesn't nearly get used as much, and it's my favorite rod for rattle traps. But I got mud on my hand. Also, this LV500, I hardly ever throw these baits. Here, there should not be, and if there is wood, I should be able to go get it kind of deal. But I'm going to utilize it to try it real quick out across here. So, if you remember right, oh boy, I just caught one up that way on a the big blade. I just want to run a rattle trap through there before we hit the dam. Same kind of deal. If I feel it hit bottom or grass, try to rip it out of there. I think I didn't rip hard enough. So now the chatterbaits are intended to go up along the bank. I went too crazy. Yo, LV. Wow. Rod tip kind of up, I think. I think it's only 10, maybe 12 foot in spots. It's not super deep. But we'll try this color. My old booyah, I can't pass him up to try him, but I just want to try this color first. Make some long bombs. Now, this morning I caught quite a few right in that spot. That was definitely something. It hit something, and I'm afraid it was grass, and it just hung it. Cast a little further out from that bank. Let's go a little further out from the bank. The LV500 may get down a little too deep. Kind of like my 5/8 Thunder Crickets. Typically, I think I'm going to throw something that goes a little bit. I'm going to leave it out since I used it. Where did I get that spider web at? Oh my God. My new hoodie's taking a beating, boys and girls. You know what? Let's just, I don't know if I've ever tried this color in here. I'll try the 1/2 ounce. We'll see if they're wanting that orange. We'll see. We'll see. No, you're not that. We'll see. Let's see. Let's find out. Try it before you buy it. No, wait, I already bought it. Let's just try a few baits over here off the dam before I go chatterbaiting the dam. Try them a little bit out. Come on. Should I just rod tip up and just crank it? Yeah, there's so much stuff along this dam. You'd think this dam, and I think if I remember right, this dam comes out a ways, then drops off to deeper. So at first 5 to could even be 10 foot. Let's try to find that edge. Just got to figure out what speed to reel without losing the cast, basically. And if I got to come out further. Still got grass. Let's go way out, about as far out from the bank as we are. Try that. Well, so far, rattle traps are a no, but there's a reason why I keep this guy in my box. Okay, there's a reason why I keep the old booyah hard knocker in a white in my box. It went way too close to the bank. There's a get out there. Get out of there. Get over there. You better behave yourself. There's white. There's a reason. That fish is way out there. He's not big. But yeah, you want to reel a fish in from a long ways, go out and throw rattle traps. 3/4 ounce. That's a crappie. Oh, that's not why we throw you. What's wrong with you, crappie? You are all kinds of jacked. Let me get my pliers before this. Oh boy. This crappie's gonna end up having me more than I have him. Try to be gentle as I can be. I don't want to kill no crappie because they can get bigger, and then somebody, either if not me, somebody will eat them when they get right. When they get right. That one was actually big enough. Let's try another. Whoa, man, that wind keeps blowing it. Super shit. Oh, look, there. That dude got bigger. That dude. They're pulling the boat. Well, maybe they want it that fast. Wear me out, all these bass I'm catching. That dude, what? That's a chunk. So white rattle traps look to maybe be our color. That dude has only caught fish or grass since I've thrown him. Let's just see. I just threw that out and was basically reeling as fast as I could because I didn't want it to get in grass. That dude just come out and nailed it. We got perfect conditions, low light, wind, not really hammering, but blowing pretty good into this dam. That's what I was thinking, if I could just come out here and parallel the dam with the rattle trap, should be able to get on some fish. Well, it's good for a few dozen maybe. Oh, get. Man, they're hitting this thing good. Like wham! Like there's no doubting that. It's like was that a hit? No, they whacking. I'm going pretty fast too. Maybe I need to pick up my chatterbait speed. some stuff doesn't translate. I'm kind of just keeping the boat out. And then oh, that maybe that could have been aggressive grass. I need to stay out of this spot because whoa, 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 that wind, no. I got, they want it as fast as you can reel. That's a good chunk. It's coming, where'd he go? Dude, they feel so good. Well, I'm already reeling about as fast as I can, and then they hit it, so it feels like a monster hit, but I'm literally pretty much burning that bait to try to keep it from getting gunked up. And we seem to be on something. We seem to be on something with the old booyah. Hard knocker, not the one knock. Hard knocker. 3/4 ounce. That poison adrena, I've always said it. Shortly after I got it, I'm like, man, I like that thing for rattle traps. It's just like you can fling a rattle trap out there and watch me miss them now, and it's like when you feel the bites, you get the fish. Oh, now that dude just swatted at it. I felt that. And it's sensitive enough, you can tell that dude might be a little bigger. Yeah, that's a little bigger. You can tell what's going on. I was getting ready to say, we were catching them on chatterbaits and stuff today, but it's like there might be a rattle trap bite going today. So far, I would have to say 100% yes. That's a good chunk. Should I get to pick? That's the biggest fish I've caught since I've had my phone in the boat. Let me get a pick real quick before I get a pick. See, look at that stuff. Hopefully that comes out. Can you guys make out that stuff that's over on the dam? Like, the dam is setting up to be good. All right, take a look again. Awesome jewel. Whee! He's a joke. Dude, you splashed water all in my boat. Got gunk on the seat. How dare you? Don't break off. Let me watch. I got my hand a little gunked. We're still fighting this little, look at me out here wounded and all fishing for you guys. Throw that bait out. They seem to want it. Okay, poison adrena is flat, just tearing them up, but I don't know, I told you guys, like, I love this rod for this, and I was gonna try some other ones, but I think I'm gonna go with, you know what, I'm gonna put the booyah, my favorite color in the poison adrena, and throw it here shortly. Oh my god, get off there. So I'll leave it rigged up, but I'm gonna switch out to, I want to try that Elite TI. So I'm real curious, and I was wanting to try this color too. So I'm gonna put this on the poison adrena, but the color that was working, I'm gonna rig up. Those bands are tough. So let me put him back on here. How I had the other one. Oh my gosh. Don't hook yourself, boys and girls. Don't try this at home. So I'm gonna leave that rigged up, but I'm gonna grab the boy. Because this pink, I talked highly about it. It is not translated over yet. I figured with the darker skies, dude, that thing, I want to see if this Elite TI gives me as much confidence. So far, this rod, I wouldn't say it's the biggest letdown rod, but maybe it's the biggest letdown rod. So I'm going to try it today for chatterbaits, rattle traps, stuff like that. I think it's a good, and this is only 7.5 to 1. But I just want to see what kind of, you know, confidence builder kind of day for this rod, because there's a slight possibility, I'm not saying I will for sure, there's a slight possibility I'm going to take, oh, I knew that was going to be, I might take this rod and sell it and keep the reel put on something else. Possibly, if not the Super Destroyer, another mega bass rod. Thinking about getting a couple more of those because I think it goes very good. The color and all that, it looks good on the Destroyer lineup. I mean, slight possibility I slap it on the blade, but I'm thinking Mad Bull, I'll be honest. I'm thinking Mad Bull with this reel. I'm thinking I might like the Mad Bull better than I do this. But I already have this one and it matches perfectly, so if I can make myself like it. I mean, whoa, it definitely zings the baits. Is that a fish or grass? I think that's grass. It only catches grass. Well, I may have to regroup, put that whatchamacallit right back on there. Maybe something to do with that high-speed reel. I may not be able to go quite fast enough with this 7.5 to 1. Shouldn't be. But you never know, maybe I got some magic locked into that Poison Adrenal with that Steez reel. Oh, I missed the handle. Well, oh, that was, felt like something nudged it. Let's keep going. Out a little further. Shouldn't have to go as fast. Man, they were going to town on this thing, on that other rod. I know it shouldn't matter. Just reel this sucker. There we go. Oh no, they want it fast. I was reeling that thing as fast as I could. Let's see if we keep the fish pin. Oh, that is a freaking head shake, man. This rod does make them just feel bigger. I like this rod, the fun factor of this rod. Oh, that's a good chunk. Oh no, that's a big fish. And this rod does make them feel bigger, but that is the biggest fish of the day. Stay on, make me like you. Oh, that's a chunk. Look at, oh, he's digging. Trying to get in that trolling motor. No, that dude fought hard to try to get in that trolling motor. I let off of it. Look at that chunk. I'm not going to boat flip him. Oh no. That is a 4-pounder. Good thing I went and got my phone. Okay, so maybe I got it right before my leader knot. That dude is a chunk, boys and girls. So the Elite TI. Let me see. Get over here. He's got his mouth pinned shut. And I grabbed the treble hook. Hang on, let me get the pliers before I try to show you guys the fish or anything. I need to get this hook away from my hand. Oh, and him unhooked, but so that had him. That old booyah hard knocker. That is a 4-pounder, if anything, I bet you. 3.5 or 4. We're gonna go with 4. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a pick and then we'll get a weight. Okay, boys and girls, one last look at that Eugene. Let's get Eugene's scale now. I keep them in the water just so they don't gain weight, but, or sorry, I said that wrong. Not so that they gain weight, but so that they don't die. But let's turn on the scale, zero it out. Thank you, as always, to Eugene. Right at 3.5 pounds. Dude, everybody, you would call that 4-pounder if you've caught that fish without a scale. But yeah, that's what I was thinking, 3.5 or 4. We'll call him 3.5. Eugene, I got to double check your scale, make sure it's weighing right. These scales are notorious, just they start weighing light. I had one that did it when I caught my personal best. I think it was an actual 8-pounder. But anyway, let's go. Let's jump. Jump, baby. Jump. Jump. No! You freaking shoot. Get. She was unhappy with us, guys. Okay, let me get my bait over here. I'm telling you guys. I know, I talk about it a lot. About how that Toledo Gold is my favorite color. And I'm getting ready to throw it here shortly. Get us out of off the dam. I know, Toledo Gold, right? But I'm telling you, and I'm getting ready to try Toledo Gold. That bony white color is also pretty good. I call that the zombie color from Booyah. But today it is working. But just to check it, along with the old Booyah Hard Knocker Toledo Gold, I'm gonna try. And I was throwing the I may have been throwing it way too. May need to throw it again real fast. Oh my God, I am totally bound up over here. Okay, Jesus. Downside to having too much gear, you can have too much gear. You can have too much everything. So, right, not too much fun. We're having too much fun, maybe. But I can already tell you, just I think, yeah, this poison adrenaline I just like better. For especially these 3/4 ounce. Now that Elite may be good for the half ounces and stuff, or as good or better than this, but I just what I'm feeling. Oh, uh-oh. Is that a crappie? I think that's, yeah, I was going to say, I think that's a crappie, just the way he hit. You guys see that? Ripped it right out of his mouth. The way he hit and everything, it just felt crappie. But no, this poison adrenaline is definitely, that Elite doesn't feel bad, but it's not. Whoa. Dude, I still hit the grass and I was thumbing that, slowing it down. This Steez reel is it's an awesome reel. I don't talk about it enough. You guys don't see it enough because it has lived on reels that or rods that I'm not throwing as much. But that wind blows me right there every time I'm trying to throw. I'm trying to throw to the left of that. It will not let me. About time to take this hoodie off. It is getting I'm getting worked up over here. There we go. I've got the butt of this rod. I kind of wish it was just a little bit shorter. There's one. Toledo Gold. Brings home the gold. Oh, I probably blocked you guys from seeing that jump. That dude. I don't know, that this poison adrenaline also makes him feel like a good chunk, and I'm just getting worn out. I think I've caught probably 20, 25 this size this morning, something like that. They are just, and that dude's been caught before too. So thankfully, hopefully whoever's fishing this also is a catch and release person, fishes this. But that is a chunk. I told you guys, when the rattle trap bite kicks in, oh, that I've made that cast right over there 50 million times because the wind blows me right to it. But I was catching fish out of it. I'll probably turn back around, go up and hit this dam again. I'll probably come out of this hoodie though. Get off of there. Nope. Ah. There, maybe you're cleaned off now. Even though they're hitting it fast, sometimes it doesn't hurt to slow down in case that big one, you know, speed up, slow down, change your pace. But they seem to be on a very fast. Oh no, I was a little, come on, now get in there and dig. There you go, get in there and dig. Okay, we're gonna go back with the white. So Toledo Gold, still working. Thought I'd check him. Just thought I'd check him. I don't know if you're supposed to use that or not, but it's a perfect little thing, and it's like, so what if it gets some scratches? I'm not that worried about it. We got a whole nother one. And I may shorten that rod butt just a hair. I may shorten all these rod butts. Let's try this again. It's kind of nice when I'm getting hits. I almost swear this one has a little softer feel overall and just a touch more on the dead side. But I am having to reel way faster just because nothing against the reel other than it's a 7.5. It's not as high speed as that Steez. So that's not like it's because it's a lose. It actually casts just as good. Got to get farther away from the bank, Hicklin. You're just wasting energy. Look, whoa, that was a burner. There we go. Well, nope. You guys see that when I get a good long bomb? That wind just, it's like going right where I want it to go, and then the wind just goes whew. So I can't. And then when I try to adjust to that, hang on, I'll show you. Dude, get out of there. There you go. There we go. That's where I tried to go 5 casts ago. Pick up the pace. Actually, I think I'm gonna turn around and go back up and hit this all again. I'm gonna try one more. Just way out there. Let that baby. Just a little further out from the bank, slow it down. Right there, and just in case there's a bite. Yeah, they're just hitting rattle traps because I was going. That was a whole different type of scenario. Wasn't just high speed burning. Ooh. So, yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this video up. We're going to keep going, but I'm going to probably put an ending on this header video. And we'll talk about these 2 rods. Now, I'm going to also try the other rod too. Let's do that real quick, and then I'm going to end this video. So this, I don't know, it feels good, but definitely kind of to the reel, just it's a little slower. I'm working myself out, keeping going with these rattle traps, that 7.5. And I know you think, oh, well, moving baits, don't you want to slower? Not necessarily, not when they're wanting it fast. So Poison Adrena, still top dog in that. So let's try my favorite combo, new combo that I picked up that I love for jerk baits, chatter baits. Let's see if it's got that all aroundness in it. Let's just check it. Now the reel is also, I think, slow speed. So yeah, it's gonna 7.5 to 1 also, same as the Elite. But let's just see what this rod. Oh, that's that crazy, noisy, rattly. Let's see. I can already tell you the reel has already put it down a notch. Just because it's going to make that crazy loud noise. But let's see. Look at that. Oh my goodness. See the geary sound? Yeah, it's the reel takes away from this combo being what I like on rattle traps. So the poison adrena, okay, I take that back. I'm not gonna buzz my way up, I'm gonna chatterbait my way up. So I'm gonna throw chatterbait going this way at this angle. Kind of coming back up through here. I'll be able to do two things. I'm going to go slow on number one. I'll kind of look down at my depth finder and see what's out here. I need to get out a little bit further away from the bank, but I'll kind of be able to see where the cover is and isn't. And I know I'm trying white, but I'm just double checking my black and blue because I have caught a few on it today. Like that, that's why I check it. Black and blue. That dude is a chunk. Oh boy, don't come off. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Trying to, oh man, that is a football. Jesus, look at that dude. We have flat caught him. That is definitely the widest that way that I think I've caught today. Probably a 2.5 pounder. That, couple things we've actually been testing. First of all, Strike King's Thunder Crickets on the Dobbins seem to be a good little deal. And then that is the 15 pound, which is more like a 20 pound, that extra tough P-line. It's the only leader material I've used other than P-line original in a long time, and I guess it sort of works. But yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna get a pick. All right, got a pick. Take a look. Beautiful little bass. Let's see if it's got a jumper. We need a jumper for the show. We have not had a jumper all year. 2 years now, because I set out about a year. Oh no, head shaker. Head shaker. Now we need a booty shaker. So black and white's working, but that's kind of what happens in this kind of water. I've talked about it several times. The extreme end. So black and blue, black, very dark green pumpkiny may possibly work. Those dark purples, June bugs, but then also white. So like the other extremes. So nothing new there. What's new is I believe I may have briefly tried this. That dude. I was like, I may have briefly tried this rod, and he hit close. With chatterbaits when I first got it. I can't remember for sure. I don't remember trying it. And I'm like, you know what, before, because I talked about selling this to Jeremy, and then he didn't message me back, and I'm like, you guys, it's going to sound dumb. I'm going to tell you the story though, just what went through my mind. So I caught on, not when I bought this rod, but shortly thereafter I was looking at the guides, and I'm like, you know what, those look just like Zowire. And it clicked in my head. I'm like, how well will they throw that bigger hook? So I just like, I'm gonna try it. I know sometimes the weirdest things that pop into my head is like makes me try something, but I'm like, you know, just try it, you know, for the bigger stuff, which I've already talked about. I'd like to throw the big blades and all the, you know, the Z-Man originals on that Tequila Baccarat, which I don't think I've ever heard anybody talking about how it's a good chatterbait rod, you know, that has used the Tequila Baccarat. But then I'm like, well, let's try the Dobbins with the Strike King stuff and, you know, just the bigger hooks, because I do like the action. I liked everything about this rod. But honestly, the first thing that clicked in my head to try it for chatterbaits was literally that, just because of that. color matchup, I'm like, you know what? That could be a sign, right? It could be a sign. The fish gods telling me that it just flat out works. Oh, that one came off. No, he's still on. I've had some of these little dinks come at me so hard that they paste the chatterbait, and the chatterbait picks up. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you've had this happen before. So like you swear they came off, but they're just like, they're kind of ghosting and, you know, coming along with the rate you're coming at, and it lets the blade pick back up, and you're like, oh, it came off. And then it's a good idea to just reel faster, you know, double check, because that's what's happening. But yeah, this so far today, like I mentioned, I did miss the one that I guess could have went either way, that like maybe not, but you cannot hook every fish. And I usually don't even care about the little, like that size bass or smaller. I don't even care if I'm missing those, because a lot of times there's literally not enough of them when you yank. There's not enough resistance going against that yank. It doesn't let the hook get drove in them, depending on how they're holding it also in their mouth, kind of deal. But usually, like, you know, 2 pound and bigger, and you pull yeah, so anyway, awesome deal. Let's go. Let's try these other colors. Okay, well, I'm just trying this rod. Now, I should be throwing this on what I just talked about, the Dobbins, but I'm going to try it to see how well, because this is my favorite rod for most of the chatterbaits I throw this season, compared to, still like the Blade's my favorite, but of all these other rods I'm trying, basically, this has just become my favorite, like, overall combo that goes right with the Blade. But I really haven't since I started using the Tequila Baccarat for the bigger stuff. I really kind of went away from throwing them on these other rods, but I want to try this one just to see is like how well it works. And I just do like throwing some of the originals every once in a while, just to, you know, see how well there with that. I should probably get out my at least throw it. I'm gonna try it faster. A couple of actual true jackhammers, maybe throw them. Well, this color ain't getting hit. Now the big blade, I've caught a couple fish on the white big blade. I feel it ticking off stuff, but not committing to it. Well, I'll come back to it. I also want to try my Elite TI for these smaller ones. I don't know what that was. I don't have much confidence in this. It feels a little lighter overall. Like, this would not be my pick. The Blade, I feel, has got a little more stiffer tip than even this rod, in my opinion. But for the average chatterbait, wow, I need to really slow down. These things are, so these, they definitely are the, I'm hoping I can find, no. I was hoping I'd find one of these. Nice little happy medium of one I can fish kind of through that gunky stuff. But these lighter weight chatterbaits make more sense to have a little lighter tipped rod and then a little slower ratio, right? Because they kind of hover up in that water column a little bit. Once you get to them 3/8 ounce and lighter chatterbaits, for those days when they tend to, you know, if you're in the nastiest gunk, which real shallow this is, I'm just gonna go as slow as I can make myself go. I don't know, I'm thinking I'm gonna get out here and start slinging rattle traps again. Let's do that. I'll try these, but yeah. All right, I'm already erasing footage, but I've tried this white one over here for a little bit now. I'm gonna switch to my Toledo Gold, and then I'm gonna try, I'll get a little closer and try chatterbaits, but I may just go rework that dam again. But I wanted to try this kind of point. That wind's blowing across it, so it made me think like, man, there should be some kind of fish around this area too. So I'm staying back a little ways. You know, it's not real deep. This is only 7 foot where we're at. But I'm gonna make some casts, not super, because it gets pretty shallow pretty quick up there. That's where that bait's coming at me. Not quite straight. Let's send one to the moon. That's not that deep there either. I just knew we'd get on some fish over here, but this has been a dead zone. Water temps I never mentioned, but 70 degrees. This is the last, I want to say this is the last day of May. I think it's the 31st. Well, let's try one way up that way. It's where chatterbaits don't, or chatterbaits, rattle traps don't work at all in this water, but they were sure working off that dam earlier. All right, we're gonna try chatterbaits. Go back to that white, go work off the dam. I'd swear this one is coming at me at a weird, let me double check everything on that. I don't know if it, yeah, I would swear that that's got a weird angle going to. Anyway, we're going back to white, and we're going to set it down for a minute. We're going to try chatterbaits here before we go back to the dam. Just get within range of that bank with chatterbaits. Then we'll go elsewhere. But I'm gonna try a little Neo. I know I've tried all these other, going with what chatterbait I think should work in here. My favorite combo. Neo, I'm giving you your opportunities. Stay hooked. I did not really get a great hook set. Oh, he's gonna jump. He's a jewel. Now I think it was up there. I threw chatterbaits this morning, didn't even get a hit. Oh, that's a chunk. Neo barely got him. Attaboy. Attaboy, Neo. Let's go. Okay, everybody, that last one got me fired up. We had some issues with the GoPro. I think I've got them fixed, but we caught a bass on Neo. So I figured I'll put you guys up there for a little bit here. I'm gonna do a little chatterbaiting right through here down this area, then we're gonna go try the dam again. But like I mentioned, I fished up through here this morning with chatterbaits. Oh, look out, Neo. And I didn't catch any right there on this outside edge I did. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it, see if they're loaded back in here. Try some of our favorite little chatterbait. That dude coming at me. Come on, Blade. Don't let me down. There's a reason why you're my favorite. That one don't count. That one don't count. Don't make me trade you in for a Dobbins. Debbins. Okay, hang on. Neo, let me check. Okay, you did bounce off a piece of wood. Okay, buddy. All right. But you kind of let me down there. I'll be honest, sometimes when you're switching rod and reels like I am, there's a little bit of a curve on how you, I know, so I'm not making excuses. Don't you come off. Get over here. Caught a crappie. He caught a crappie. Okay, okay. I mean, if you can catch a tender-mouthed crappie, I ain't kissing you. Right? You gotta be doing something right. On a chatterbait, big single hook. Throw one right back in the middle of that stuff. Now this bait, I gotta remember, these little nobies, I can fish those a little slower. They kind of hover, right? To where them half ounce, I'm kind of having to pick those up faster. But what's happening is I'm coming over, and then by the time I yank, I got you guys on this bar, and I'm kind of a little leery on how well, you know, how far I swing and all that. So I know it's not an excuse, but it is an excuse. It's a legit one. But we're gonna jump back to our black and blue just to see. We just ran Neo through there. Favorite everything, working pretty good. Kind of 1 and 2 or whatever. So, and I'm gonna jinx this, but I've only lost. So this is definitely a little more subtle chatter. So it feels like it kind of feels the same. So throwing the 3/8 and the quarter and all the littler baits on the blade feel about like what throwing the 5/8 and the halves on this combo, or like even the tequila back rack, right? So a little stouter rod, a little longer. So let's zing one on up. Probably should have thrown a backup bait right there, but them what, this is the one, Tequila Baccarat, with the big blade, so it's going to have more thump than any of them. And that big blade thumping. That dude is coming at me. That dude was swimming fast. I didn't feel, I set the hook, felt weight, and then felt nothing. I'm like, no, he didn't come off. He's coming at me. But that's kind of why I like throwing the big blade. You have to actually do the jackhammers on the blade and then the big blades on the Poison Adrena. They have Poison Adrena, Tequila Baccarat. They have the same basic feel of how everything works. Yeah, that dude was. Got another one. Okay, they want this big blade. They want that thumpity thump thump. That dude, oh, that's a good one. Don't come on. I was just talking good about you. You do it. Oh, we're gonna boat flip him with the 30 pound. Oh no, do it, do it. That is a 4-pound bass, maybe. Look how little that big blade. That's only a ½ ounce though, but that blade is big. The bait itself is just a bigger profile. Came off. All right, I'll be back. I gotta get a pick. I'm gonna let the wind blow us away from it. I'm gonna get a pick. I'm gonna show you guys. So the big blade on what most people would tell you, like I've never heard anybody recommend a Tequila Baccarat for chatterbaits, but I'm telling you, them big things, same thing with the Dobbins. 703 maybe better, but yeah, look at that. Look, just look at it. Look at it. You're gorgeous. I'll be back. I gotta get picked. Okay, zeroed her out, got her wet. £3 1 ounce. That's a big fish of the day, I believe. 3 pounds 1 ounce. So we don't round that high up. 3-pounder. Beautiful largemouth bass. I'll give you another kiss. We're gonna see if we got a jumper. Do you guys want to care to tag along? And let's see if we got a jumper right here. This baby could be the first jumper of the year. Come on, we're all rooting for you, girl. We're all rooting for you. Come on, do it, do it, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. No. You dirty dog. She didn't do it. She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't go for it. All right, guys. We're catching them. Catching them good. Let's go. All right. Now there's only one thing left to do. So this is just, I know I keep changing out and going back, but this is an excelente. Like, there's no beating it, but like, where's the backup for that, right? What's the backup for the Tequila Baccarat? Doesn't need any backup, right? But just so you'll know, and I'll know, we already like it for so far. I mean, it's been excellent. I only missed one on a true, I think maybe I could have been me, the rod, or whatever. The fish kind of did his job and we goofed it somehow. Throwing the thunder cricket on the Dobbins, but let's try fix our bait. Now this is the one, that's a Z-Man that I left for that purpose, to get kind of stained. It was originally like a white. That's so basically a custom color that I made by putting in boxes with other colored bait. So let's try our little Dobbins combo. I'm gonna keep going up this way because I also want to see. I don't think, yeah, this will be the first time I've thrown the big blade on this rod too. So let's buzz back right where we came from. Seems like we've got a bait that may be working, and I need to just buy more of these. Probably black and blue, because I don't have a black and blue. But they don't. It'd be too hard to try to make a gold blade of black and blue. But maybe a black and blue. And then the bluegill and this white in a heavier size too, because I've only bought them in the ½ ounce. I only ever bought 3 of these big blades. looks like on this Dobbins rod. Oh! Right the boat. Dude followed it all the way and then decided he wanted it. Alright, stay on. We got one. Oh, he's a dink. I just powered him. He is a dink. But he stayed on. Oh, he's got some issues. Somebody caught this dude. He's got the old, basically he's got a lung missing. I'm not even going to show you guys, but he's got like the one side of his gills are jacked. I didn't do that. It's like an old, actually like they're healing, like he'll probably live, but I would only assume that it's probably like you know, having a lung punctured, kind of like only living with one lung kind of deal. Okay, so big blade, that blade, I need to slow down. That big blade on a 1/2 ounce, it doesn't get very deep very quick, but it does do that jumping. That's why I recommend, if you guys want that idea of that bait to jump around, get the 1/2 ounce big blades, the 3/8 ounce chatterbaits. The 1/4 ounce minis I thought did, but they don't do it right. They don't really jump around right. So probably just by 3/8 ounce minis and regulars, and then, you know, of course the 1/2 and 5/8. Not really for this jumping around, but more for getting down to the right depth at a certain speed. Big blade. Have that bait out doing its little jumping around is like, I like it for that. So anyway, yeah, so far the tequila back rack and this Dobbins for the bigger, like the 5/0 style chatterbaits, just because they, I don't know, they seem to do the job. I think some rods designed for chatterbaits, like back when, before a lot of this stuff, like they were more or less bladed jigs or like the smaller stuff. So maybe, what's his face's, the other signature series, because he throws the Thunder Crickets. That rod may be something that would be good for these, you know, Thunder Crickets and that kind of stuff. But so yeah, I'm gonna turn around, throw this thing this way. I kind of almost settled on a 1-2 punch. This big blade in white, I forget the name of the color. I don't think it's spot remover, but it may be. And then make sure I wasn't trying to shake a fish off. And then our rattletrap seems to be doing good too. So really, I mean, we've caught them on everything, but catch a giant. I'm curious what we'll catch them on. So these are also, I keep forgetting the name of these, but if you cut these down, these are excellent little trailers too. They start real big. Now I slender them up, and I could maybe go just a hair more, but they're not bad either. They would basically be like the, whatever they got out now, for the ones they came out with. They got smaller ones for the mini maxes, and then the bigger, I forget what they call any of those. I could put a, that might be better. It's still on. I can feel that blade. You gotta watch the big blade too. You'll feel it still clicking. No, he's not bigger. Good chunk. Oh, you guys see that jump? Stay pinned. Oh, I think that was me shaking. Oh, dude, that's a 2.5 pounder or so. Nice chunk. Nice. He's been caught before too. Somebody has been down here janking, because I haven't been here in a while. That is a nice chunk. Dude, somebody is trying to get hold of me. Oh, you're beautiful. You're a jumper. Yes, you are. Throwing back 2.5 pounders like they don't matter. So that leaves us a 3. Oh man. everybody's starting to like want to add their weights up. They got them scales now, they can add up their top 5 or whatever. Definitely, I know them 2 of them weigh 2.5, and then we had the 3-pounder, and then probably a couple 2-pounders. So let's just say that we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 12 pounds maybe, something like that. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. All right, I don't know, that must be this right at the boat. Oh my gosh, this dude, I'm starting to like this Dobbins rod just because it seems legit on the bigger ones, but then I don't know, it's a little lighter to wheeled around compared to the Tequila Baccarat. Even though they're both 7-foot rods, it's definitely just a overall lighter, and they feel, they feel a little more fun when you're catching them. But that Tequila Baccarat's like, I don't know, it's almost like a solid feel, like I got that fish. Like I mentioned, well, you guys probably, I didn't mention it before, but I came out fishing with a whopper plopper with it this morning, and I lost 2 whopper ploppers. Oh, there's some flash right there. Fish, but I set the hook like this, and I was like off keister kind of thing, and those got off, but I felt like they shouldn't have. I felt like I got a good enough yank with the big whopper plopper, them big hooks. I thought the Tequila Baccarat would have, been my best rod for that one, but I think I'm gonna maybe with this rod or the Super Short. The Poison Adrena was the one that I felt like was a good rod for that too, because it's got the little bit bigger trebles than the 3/4 ounce rattle traps, but that rod's just excellent for that. So I think I've got me a new rod for these type of chatterbaits, like either or. I could just grab the Tequila Baccarat, I could grab this rod. I don't know if probably this reel. This reel so far seems good too. I don't know if I should throw it up tighter in that cover. I don't seem to be getting anything. Once you get a little ways out from the bank, it's showing stuff, but they don't seem to be staging up anywhere out there. So let's get one way up in there just so we'll know. That big blade almost works like a ski to ski that bait out of that gunk. Slow down. Let me take a deep breath. I've been going over cover, but whenever I throw anything back to it, like right now, there's a bunch of something right here, but I've thrown over in this area. I didn't get anything. Alright, let's slow it down, Hicklin. Let that sucker get caught and then rip it free. That's one thing I like about these rods. Sometimes they're a little softer rod. It's hard to, you can get it out of something, but to get it at a fast enough speed, like I just did that one where it like cleans the grass off of it, not just breaks free. And that bait looks good. Try one on up in there. Let's just willy-nilly come through, you silly. Oh, I just knew that. It had a little bit of gunk, but I just knew that was going to pull in a fish. I just knew old big blade. Let's try one more. That looked too good. Oh, come on. Come on. No? Come on. No? Alright, fine. Alright. I'm not even messing with all that. I'm going to go right back, hit that bank, because I caught a few right there. So I'm going to go right back just a few casts there, and then we're gonna work down the dam, and then I'm gonna call it good because it's already 11 and I'm worn out. I got a lot of stuff. I'm busy, man. I got a lot of stuff to do. Not really, but I'll call it a good one. I'm running out of all my stuff. I need to go track down a computer today and then debate if I want to go hit somewhere tomorrow, possibly just for fun, not even for making videos, because I'll be out of GoPro SD cards unless I want to go track down another SD card. I don't really want to do that either. But yeah, this, sorry Jeremy, no longer for sale. I bought it for 200, was about ready to sell him the rod for 200, but I think it's just too good for these, and it's got me thinking about buying the 703 to also use for, you know, a little lighter jigs, but then as a like a chatterbait too, even though I don't need it, just to get one. If I could get my hands on one for $200, I'd have had it coming to me. So if you guys know where I could get the 803 GLX MBR or a Dobbins 703C in HP Champion Extreme, tell a brother. Till then, we're just going to have to deal with all this junk we got, all these junky NRX Pluses and P5 Destroyers and Elite TIs. We're just going to have to deal with it, because that's what we do here at Bass Bonsai. We deal with this stuff. Let's go. All right, boys and girls, I'll probably leave that footage. I just went on a little rant talking about stuff, but no big deal. Let's just sling some baits. Sling some big blades. Wow, that was like a hump out here too. We're gonna sling some chatterbaits, some rattle traps. Just hitting now. I'm strictly focusing on the bank that's got the wind blowing on it, which is this little bit of flat side of here, and then the whole dam. But I've caught a couple up in that shallowest stuff earlier today. So I can't just let it, you know, pass it. Oh, there's this stuff. Oh my gosh, get over here. Get back here. Now I got two, I don't have any thunder crickets that are white, but I got two coming. I got the bone deal. Wish I had one already here. Probably already at the house. That's probably what my phone's been going off for, notifications. So, oh no, that was maybe too close. That wood. Yeah, it's only 4 foot right here. But I've got, I believe it's a spot remover, gold blade, and then the bone gold blade coming. And then I'll probably buy a couple other just regular bladed white chatterbait, you know, thunder crickets, 5/8 ounce, because those are, I think 3/8 or half I got coming. I think I got half coming. Half coming, yeah, that's right. Half, or maybe half and a 5/8. Oh, that was a hit for sure. I felt it. Oh, dude, he hit it again. Dude, he's hit it like half a dozen times. Let's see if this pink's ever going to work. It should work right here. There's a fish right there wanting to hit something. If he don't hit this, I'm going to switch. I'm taking that pink off and going with the white. That fish was all over my bait. He was kind of wanting it, kind of not. No way. Yeah, I'm switching out. So before we go to the dam, I'm taking off all my pink stuff. I'll leave it to talk about in the thing, but the pink has just not done it today for me. This water, these fish they don't like that pink. Okay, I'm going full white. I normally don't go full white, but right up in there somewhere, that dude was all over that white bait. So I've got a watermelon and white, or what I call baby bass, that I may switch to if this doesn't seem to do anything. But I wanted to try it, and this is a new one, so it's gonna sink down a little faster and stay there kind of thing. But I can jerk it around on bottom and see what's what with that color. But the way that it seems we've managed pretty much to get them on white today, I figure I'll start with it. I normally don't fish just the white zinkers. I get the white to use as trailers, and I should probably take one of these that pearl color and put it on the few white chatterbaits I've got rigged up just to try it, because I know it'll work. But anyway, I'm just using that as a backup when I, just like in that case there, when I can throw it. And I still got the Baby Rage Menace also. That better not be a fish. You're gonna say that. Just kind of got heavy and funky, had a little bit of grass on it. Like, that is a fish that I just started reeling in without setting a hook. I got to take this trolling motor apart too. My little deal tells you which way you're facing. It doesn't work. I don't really need it because I just can tell which way I'm going, kind of thing. But every once in a while it helps when you first are hitting the button with your foot, so you know which way it's going. Not as big a deal. Maybe they like a black and blue. Maybe they want that rattle trap. Nope. Stay on. Oh, that's a ding. That's a crappie. Crappie or canvas, but this has to look like a crappie to everything in here. Shad, I don't know if there's any kind of shad whatsoever in this place. Something's eating that. I would assume it has to look like a, small crappie. Once I get up here, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to get the poison durnip out. I may try the poison durnip with the big blade just to see what I think of it. For now, we're going to put that down. We're going to throw Lucky Lou right here. This right here, I got to round those knobs just a little bit, ever so slightly. They just feel a little too squared off. So I'm going to try to just keep out at least this far. I need to turn that head around. My thumb is so chewed up, I put it on this smooth EVA, and then it feels like my hands are dirty, like I got something on them. It's just my skin so chewed. So let's just blast. Right up here is where I should start getting on them. Yeah, let's get one right there. Look out, bird. Let me turn this boat. I want to keep my angle. Yeah, that is not okay. So that is not rattle trappy right through there. So what it is, even though I just woke them up, I'm gonna do just like that. even though I shouldn't. It's only one bait. What it is chatterbaity. So let's throw that chatterbait right where I was trying to throw that rattletrap in. That gunk. I feel like there's a fish to be had in this. Here, before I go crazy, let's just try our backup bait, because this is a spot where I can only get, you know, that just looks too nice. There could be something in there. Straighten up, fly right, ooh, right there. Come on. Good times, roll. You just get dumped up. Uh-oh. 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 That dude is pulling. It's just, the minute you switch to 10-pound test, it's like, in this 802, you're just like, uh-oh, what do I have? Even though that's only a pound, that may be pushing close to 2.5 pounds easy. Nice chunk, got a little yellow on him. So just like I said, even though they weren't hitting me there, I'm like, that looks too good to not kind of throw our little backup bait that gets in there and gets the job done, right? Yeah. Wee, man, that size, I've only caught a few that are smaller than that size, so this place is doing real well with quality of fish. Like, you guys remember we fished with Charles at Tom's. Tom's is loaded, way more fish than in here, but they are so, or we've been catching them smaller, you know, size. I mean, they're fun to catch, but you'd almost, you're better off to go in there with like BFS gear and then wait for the bigger fish to hit kind of thing. To where here, I feel like I'm not overgunned, you know, fishing. I gotta fix this thing. You know, fishing all of my, you know, higher end stuff, a little more power and all that. So yeah, right in here where I can see the grass, I need to fix this trolling motor the way it's angled so I can keep my foot over. But I just see too many opportunities where throw this worm right in that gunk. So yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let me fix this trolling motor and I'll be back. All right, getting towards the end of my day anyway. I don't want to let my faith in this rod end on that dude right that one. Now that was me thinking I was in grass, which maybe I was, and then I got the fish. But so yeah, caught a bunch, missed 2 so far. So I don't know, this thing keeps blowing me right back into this clump of grass, but they are loaded up right over in here. Oh my God, get out of there. Get out of there. Get in there. Get in. Oh, get over here. How did you land right there? What did you do that for? Get over here. You've been bad. You've been bad. I'm going to end up destroying that swim on. Let's get right there. So even though Dude, that was something. That was an aggressive piece of grass or something right there. I think there's a whole bunch of them. I'm in a weird spot because I'm trying to keep the boat. I think I got grass. Let me go to 2. I don't feel like I've got full control of the boat, so I think I got some grass. So on number 1, dude, that is so much grass right through there. You just gotta hopefully hit the spot where it's not. Get out of there. Now I'm getting all flustered trying to hit the spot. Should throw the worm over there. Let me try to turn this boat. Let me get some control over here. Let me gain control, get the boat headed. That is just so, you can't even see it. It just, you hit and it's buried. Okay, don't throw there again. My God. My God, man, stop throwing right there. Come on, Thunder Chicken. Oh my dear Lord. That's what's holding them though. There's so much grass through that area right there. Let's try him right up there. My goodness. Dude, it's just like a gobs and gobs of grass. Gobbly, grabby, grassy, gunky. Let's try it out a little bit and see if we can get something going. Oh, dude, that was grass. It was the grass. Dude, stop looking at me, bird. Stop. I can't concentrate while you're staring at me. You shut up. I'm trying to catch a largemouth bass right in the spot. Right there. Nope. Right there. Nope. That is so much grass. I'm going. Dude, it's all over. It is all over there. It is all over there. Well, I was just talking about it. It is all over there, and there's only one thing when it's all over everywhere. Stop fighting it and throw the frog. Right? They're down in that. I've thrown that chatterbait over right in there. I don't know how many times and can't get it to find a path that isn't just loaded with grass. Something. Oh, it's another frog. Oh, he's getting frisky. It's a Budweiser frog. Bud. Wise. Now you guys you can't tell me that a booyah popping pad crasher isn't the best frog ever, because if it can fool a frog into thinking it's a frog, I mean it's a frog, right? Oh, get in there. There he goes, watch. Watch that frog get hit. All right, I know. Let's try to catch the frog. Okay, maybe it's not that good a bait. But maybe it's good enough to fool something. I just knew it was a sign. I mean, we can't get any bait over there. I guess I could try to punch something in there, but We can't literally get anything. Oh boy, that's gonna leave a mark or backlash. Maybe not lose best reel for trying to skip and then you hit the wood. I just knew if I lobbed one right back there. Did you guys see that? Oh my God, look at that. Perfect spot. We'll let it simmer. Watch that skip. It is way back there. Oh, that frog's wanting it. Now we got a frog too, attracting them. Nope, they ain't having it. They are not having it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Spoke too soon. Now, who was it? Whoa, look at that football. Asking me if Super Destroyer was good for this. I'll be back. I'm gonna get a pic. Okay, look at this fish. Which one of you guys were asking me if the Super Destroyer was good frog rod? That dude got him on the outside, I think. Look at that. Nothing in its mouth. That was a huge chunk of a fish for no longer than he was. So when that happens, fix your frog. Now I picked up the pace. I was actually ready to bring it in, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So then I killed it again after he missed it, and then whack. Maybe I've been throwing this frog all wrong this morning. Maybe I should be almost buzzing it. And we'll throw that frog right back over that way. Dude, oh! I did not feel it. That was me. Hang on. So this is, I'll call this Emily's pattern. I've fished here before with Emily. I forgot all about. She does this little like pull it and then kill it. That's well, that's kind of a version of it. But that fish never felt the hooks because I never felt any weight. Just kind of twitch it as you're reeling. Kill it, almost like Alabama shake. Dude, you won't commit to it. There, I feel the weight. I got it that time. Okay. End of the day, I finally get on a frog bite. Oh no, Super Destroyer sucks for frogs. No, I don't know. Honestly, it's fine, but I don't know. It's probably not my first pick for a frog. I'll be honest, I should right now switch to the well, even the Dobbin, just because it's got a little more length, but the Tequila Baccarat also. Either one of those might be my better choice, but I'm not giving up. I finally sort of have, you know, I was like walking the dog kind of thing this morning, slow, but this kind of twitching it, kill it, twitching it, kill it. They seem to hit it when you kill it. Or that fish did. Those couple did. Hope you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Just kind of twitchy twitch and then kill it. Try it on up around here a little bit more. It's working. Oh, that one. It's definitely getting hit to where before I couldn't get hit. I'm gonna just have to leave this thing on high. I'm getting gunked up in this grass. Let me get out a little ways from this grass. So we've got a little bit of something going here. I'll try to finish it out before I end this overall video in my day. But yeah, Turn the boat around now. Definitely way more action than we've had with the frog all day. Is that twitchy twitch, kill it. Oh, nope, he missed it. I don't feel any weight. Ah. They're hitting it sort of, but they're, so I can't really talk about, well, it's a rod, it's the this, it's the that. They're not just inhaling it. I'm actually gonna, I don't know if I could get my Pop Max through there. But let's see if that one comes in. It's definitely a bite going with that. It's more frog fishing I've caught in 2 years. I just don't frog fish that much. It's game on. So yeah, I know, snapping all, super destroyer, 20-pound everything. You don't need a huge, I feel that, I don't know, just my opinion, now unless you're in some nasty stuff, I just feel the smaller the fish, the harder they are actually to get hooked up on a frog. So like that booyah, pop and pad crasher, when a bigger bass, like I felt like every time I've had a big bass, you know, just blow up on this, and I wait and fill him on all the rods over the years, they want one right at the boat. Come on. So yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here, but I may have been fishing this bait all the way the wrong way this morning when I first had up. This is I've known to try it this way. There's a little bump. I just don't. I did try the blooping it and then, you know, popping it, which technically you're supposed to do, but Emily's the first one. She would just kind of pull it. She would pull it with the rod, you know, a foot or so, and then reel up her slack, pull it with the rod. And I watched her do that with, actually wasn't frogs, with the Pop X, and just tearing them up, and at this place. But I kind of figured I'd do a little version of that. Little Alabama shake, kill it. All right, well, I'm gonna have to wrap, I'm gonna cast one more time right over there. I have to wrap these videos up, make some outros. Well, I still got some footage left. Space. The trick is, the key, I don't know if you guys can see it, is, you know, over the tops of that grass where you almost can't throw anything else. We've got a few more fish, and we got the old super destroyer in action. I was just talking about that. All right, everything works. It all works. It's all beautiful, delicious. My trolling motor is gunked up. I can feel it vibrating. That cast sucked. But with top water especially, let it clear out. Let those rings at least get 5-10 foot wide. A few seconds. Then start your retrieve. I may try it faster. That first hit, it gave me the idea. I was coming pretty good, and then I just killed it because he hit at it. Let's get, all right, I'll try this little cove. I'll give him a little shot in here. I know, I'm impatient. I should have waited. No, they were, a little spot back there is what was holding them. Not saying I never catch any, but that area over there, and there's grass all over here. This frog could be working anywhere through here. But so could a chatterbait. Yeah, let's end this video. Let's end it. All right, boys and girls, we're out of here. This bait right here has showed itself to be very worthy, along with this rod and reel combo, right? The Dobbins and most everything else. I'm not really disappointed in anything I tried today, other than I wish I liked the loose stuff better with the rattle trap than I do. It's doable, but the poison adrenaline, just, you can't even touch that. But they are doable for chatterbaits and stuff like that. But be looking forward to live streams when I talk about all the baits and stuff. But basically, when you get into that big size chatterbaits with those 5/0 hooks and like the big blades and those kind of things, I think you need a little stouter rod. Me personally, tequila baccarat, and then this Dobbin so far is kind of right there with that. They just get the job done, maybe even a little better than our other traditional chatterbait rods when you're dealing with them. Not necessarily bigger weights, but bigger hooks and, you know, 1/2, 5/8, 3/4 ounce, you know, bigger blades, like the blade kind of thing. Bigger blades and hooks for sure. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Get out and go bass bonsai, but whatever you do, make sure you have fun doing it. I'm gonna have fun packing everything up and going. Okay, we're just going to finish out what little footage and day we got left fishing basically the baits that we already caught some on. Throwing some of these chatterbaits. Might throw that frog again in a certain few spots over here. But we're just going to wrap up the show. I'm not ready to wrap up everything yet, so that dude wanted it and then didn't want it. So I don't count that. If I'd have felt the weight a little better, I seen him flash on it. I never really felt. Dude, there's an aggressive fish and piece of grass over there. Just so you guys know, very aggressive. Might like that. He might like that big blade better. Already more than I put up the big one. Keep that dude going or he gets skunked up in the grass. I caught tons of good, nice fish, but man, I just haven't caught the big one, you know. So that's why, if I would already caught a 5-pounder today or 6-pounder, I'd probably already be packed up. But I'm just, part of me, there's a little footage left on that SD card, so we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna keep chatterbaiting. I think I may have just yanked that right out of the fish's mouth. I felt a pretty solid hit of something, but I think it was just grass. So we have been on a pretty fast-paced bite. Like, we've caught them all different ways, but we have not had to like really slow down. I mean, we have slowed down and caught them that way too, but we didn't have to. We just were trying our backup baits, or we did throw a backup bait after we had something pecking at it. And caught a few that way, but off me. Spiders, bugs, I've had spider webs. Alright, never fails. If I throw a black and blue chatterbait far enough, it'll get hit. If you throw a black, no, it's not that. Just telling you guys, if you throw a black and blue chatterbait, that dude is getting pecked at. If you throw a black and blue chatterbait far enough, it'll get hit. I'm telling you. I'm throwing it at the wind. If you give it enough space, enough of a chance, doesn't matter the brand, the size. You got to give it its legs, its distance, its freedom. If you throw a black and blue chatterbait far enough, get it away from you. Get it away. Let's try that again. Now I'm throwing right. I got the wind blowing right at me. So distance is slightly limited. Well. You gonna prove me wrong? Maybe if I throw you just right up along the bank. Okay. They are already off that black and blue kick. Seen one up there. This whole area has been a dead zone for me today, and it's normally not. But a year makes a difference. I don't know. I don't see a lot of stuff going on out here, but I just knew that black and blue chatterbait. Now maybe I'm not going fast enough. Maybe they don't kick in until you get a loose reel making the Gary sound. I don't know. Wouldn't that be something? Like, cast it out with the loose reel and then wind that loose as fast as you can till you hear that Gary sound. That's how you get a giant. Oh, that is fish of the day. I told you guys, you got to put it all together. Get him in here. Do not lose him. Dobbins. Gary Dobbins. Oh. Oh, no. That's fish of the day. Not a. Oh! Under the boat. Come on, P-Line Original, do your job. That is a 5. Oh, no. Over there. I knew it, guys. I knew it. Did you guys ever doubt me? Look at this fish. Look at this gigantic monster. Oh, it's not big, but it's still big. It's not quite what I thought it was, but it's fish of the day. 8. That Thunder Cricket, black and blue, gold blade on the Dobbins, 704. You'll never hear anybody talking about it for a chatterbait rod. But today, I've only missed, I think, 2 chatterbait fish. So be looking forward to those videos. But I'm done now. I'll be right back. Okay, boys and girls, I'm done now. We're gonna take that weight, 3, 6, 7, 3.5 pounders. So not even quite 4. But that is a chunk. Fish of the day, we've caught a 3 pounder, 3.5 pounder, a couple 2.5 pounders, and a bunch of 1.5 to 2 pound, like a bunch. So there you guys go. Mwah. Mwah. You beautiful thing, you. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're just so beautiful. Let's see if we got a jumper. That is a blast to catch. You guys are lucky, like Falcon Lake, Lake Fork, and all the places down south to where you're catching the 3 to 8 pounders. Yeah, just swam off. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap. Get out of here. We're done. I know some of you guys are doubting me. I was doubting myself. Like, Charlie, black and blue gold blade just ain't what it used to be. Well, maybe because I need to get on the waters where I've always fished the black and blue gold blade, because it catches, oh dude, did I break it? It catches giants. So I've literally just convinced myself that this Dobbins rod is all I need for the bigger chatterbaits. Really don't want to, I don't have enough. I literally have like 5 minutes left of footage to record. So I mean, I could keep recording and then just delete and then start recording again until I catch another fish, but ooh, that felt like something. But yeah, all these bigger half-ounce and bigger chatterbaits, I can fling them right out. The rod and even this little reel, this little lose, I could even go lighter. I can throw lighter jigs because of the reel. Oh, that grass is getting aggressive up that way. And I haven't put on any sunscreen. I probably ended up sunburnt. So I fished about 6.5 hours to get to the fish of the day, which is actually cooler to do than just to get there and 2 fish in. You got the giant, right? I caught that grass. Hey, it hit. But yeah, I've come, actually it was at this place, I think the last time I did it, I threw that baby brush hog, because I think I had a bump with the little one. I threw the baby brush hog in there with the Super Destroyer and caught a like 6, almost a 7 pounder. Second fish of the day for me. And I'm like, you're not gonna beat that. I mean, I could have maybe caught another one close to that big, but even though that one was only 3.5, working yourself up to, and we got on some frogfish. That was kind of cool. Finally got on a frog bite. I like throwing it just to where you can feel it and you're making it pop off of that grass. That's where there could be the big one at. That's where the big one could be. So I'm about done. I don't know the last time I went out and caught that many decent, nice fish. Now maybe I'm just seeing things. Maybe I got on my chatterbait goggles. But I feel like they were all big fat football, a couple little dinks. Where a lot of times you'll go out and the majority you're getting dinks, and then you'll have 3 to 5 good ones. But we got 3 to 5 good ones and a bunch of other just under that. So and on a lot of different baits, a lot of different ways. There's one. Speak of the devil. Watch you get crappie. And it is. But these are eaters. I think I've caught about 5 crappie today, at least. On maybe every one of them on a chatterbait. All right, I'm packing her up. Call her done. Hit this place in another week or two. Let her rest a little.